And by the way, yeah, it's awesome. It's great.
Yeah,
Honestly.
my wife is thrilled. It's 7:00 in the morning. I'm on the West Coast, recording from the hotel room. But you know what I always say? You got to give the people what they want, Bob. That's it. Dedication, baby.
And if you weren't here right now, it'd just be me just ranting about how much I hate fantasy football because I'm sick and tired. Like, it was cute. Like, I feel like, in those movie scenes when someone's been double crossed and they're about to get murdered, they're like, no, not like this. Like, that's how I feel about this week of fantasy football because I'm playing. We talked about this off air, but I'm playing for the 6th seed in one of my leagues, and I just lost Jalen Hurts. I lost Daryl Henderson. Most likely today. I didn't start Amari Cooper because he was iffy. I got my Nick Folk, who Bob the kicker guy. Now he's playing on Monday night in bad weather, and I don't even know if I could trust Nick Folk because of that. Got me full tilt. And in the beginning, it was cute. Like, it was like when like a little kid does something once, and it's a little annoying, but it's kind of cute. Like, my fantasy team being hurt was cute. I'm like, oh, that's cute. I'll just be like a fantasy guru, and I'll just find players to play. But now I'm tired of it. I just want my players active, and I just want to set my lineup with my best players. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So the good news is we have a bunch of notable injuries today that opens things up. And there he is. It's almost like I just birthed you, Buck, right here, and you came to life. Here's our sweet angel, Buck, everyone. Good morning, Buck. How you doing?
I'm so happy to come from your loins, Bobby. I'll tell you what. I mean, I wouldn't be where I am today without you.
No, and that's a lie. But I don't lie to me, Buck. I birthed you, okay? So don't you dare. But all right, Ryan, let's get into it. Let's start rolling through some questions. I know we got a lot of stuff today. In a little bit, we'll start doing some exciting giveaways we're doing for the month of December.
Yeah, and also if Tater Tot, I know it's a little early. Tater Tot has not reached out to me yet to claim his prize from winning last week. So I'll say that name a few times through the cast today. Tater Tot, slide into my DMs to get your Torrey Holt helmet. All right. Nice. Speaking of Henderson, Bob, what is the latest you've heard on him? Because it's Fragger jumping in early as always. He calls him Darnell every week, which I love. But Darnell Henderson or Alexander Madison at flex, or Keenan Allen at wide receiver 2. Oh, sorry, Hopkins or Allen at wide receiver 2. So let's go to that first part first, Bob. Give us an update.
Yeah, so it looks like Daryl Henderson's going to be out today. So Pro Football Doc talked about his quad strain early on in the week, and it sounds like they already been pumping up Sony Michel for a workload, like a full workload. But even if Henderson is active in this scenario, I'm taking Alexander Madison. I'm playing him against Detroit. He's going to get the full workload. Henderson, I feel like even if he's active, he's going to probably split work with Sony Michel this week. So I'm actually fading him if he's active. Hopefully he's inactive at least. If you are a Daryl Henderson over, even if you're in a shallow league, go check to see if Sony Michel's available. I'm in a 10-team league and another one that Sony Michel is actually available on waivers. But just to kick me right in the nuts, Cooper's in my IR spot in that league, and I cannot make transactions now, so I can't even pick him up. And I was all savvy this morning, like, yeah, Sony Michel, he's on waivers. And I click, and it goes, sorry, you have an ineligible player in IR. And I can't move him because he's already played. So just week 13, people. Yeah, so Henderson is looking doubtful today, but we'll have more on that later today.
Yeah, I would also go Madison regardless here. Buck, you agree?
Yeah, Madison.
All right, cool. So good luck on that, Fragger. And then Hopkins or Keenan Allen, Bob?
It's Keenan Allen. I mean, this Arizona offense hasn't been together for like well over a month, so I'm going to take a wait-and-see approach with those guys, and if I have a guy like Allen to play instead, I'm going to play Keenan Allen.
Yep, I'm going with Allen here.
Yeah, I agree. Clean sweep. We are in sync this morning, boys. Yes. Lamar, or speaking of Arizona, Lamar or Kyler, Bucky?
Lamar. It's always Lamar.
Ooh. Buck, I think the weather, there might be some issues in Chicago. Is that a thing?
It's going to be cold. Yeah, Bob. Okay. It will be cold. Frigid even.
Frigid. Jesus. I feel frigid right now. I feel the frigid, between us right now after I birthed you. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go with the healthier team, the team that has been playing together for the last month, and I'm gonna go Lamar as well.
I hated you out of my womb, Bob.
I felt the hatred in my womb, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is a 2021 podcast because we have men talking about birth, and I feel like that's just what we're talking about here. It seems very polarizing outside of this podcast.
You see this face, Bob? You see this face?
It's basically my face. So yeah, I've seen it,
I mean, you birthed this, okay?
Beautiful.
You're responsible for all of this.
I will take on that responsibility. As
you guys
well.
are too much. I'm also going. I'm going Lamar. I think if the weather's bad in Chicago, it's even better for Lamar. He's going to run the ball 15 times today. Let's go.
Bob and I pod too much, man. We
Yeah.
pod
No,
way too much.
Way too much. And we just go on tangents too much now these days. The first week we podcast together, we're like, "Hi, Buck. Hey, Bob. How is your day going?" And now we're just like, I birthed you, man. Don't you talk to me like this.
The evolution of Buck and Bob.
Natural progression right there.
Scotty, good morning. Thank you very much. Hopefully we'll have you your Josh Allen jersey soon. It was Scott that won, right?
Yeah. Scott won the first week. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
And then Nice Tries has requested a Jim Brown jersey. So
love it. He loves just throwing loopholes and shit. Like, let's make this really difficult.
I mean, Jim Brown jersey is hard. That goes hard.
I love the selection though. I do.
Oh yeah.
Like, Jersey Jungle's gonna have to go through the woodworks to find that puppy.
Some poor guy in China is like, who the hell is Jim Brown? Like, I love it.
And the craziest part, he played for the Browns, so there's just going to be so much confusion in China. It's going to be nuts.
Yeah, they're just going to be like, we need a Browns jersey with the name Brown on the back. Someone figure it out. Let's go. All right. Thank you for the love, Scotty. We got you entered into the contest. We're going to be giving away another jersey, right, Bob?
Yeah. We'll talk about that like around 7:30. We'll do a quick
update. There we go. All right, Dennis, what's up? Need your help. Half-point PPR. Wide receivers are crap. Start 3. Bob, you're up first on this one. Gronk, Claypool, Beckham, Van Jefferson, Mike Williams. Could stream Judy, Devonte Parker, or Tony. What we got, Bob? Need 3.
Jeez, man. I love Gronk, by the way. I got to tell you, man, I'm obsessed with Gronk rest of season. I think he could be the number 1 tight end fantasy. That's shower narrative. So I actually like Gronk this week. I know Buck's going to hate me for saying this, but I'm going to play Beckham. I just like the fact that if Henderson is out and it's just Sony Michel, that could lean a little bit more on the pass. Jacksonville's a pass funnel defense. And believe it or not, I love Judy this week. I talked about him in my write-up this week. The Kansas City Chiefs allow the second most points to the slot over the last 5 weeks. That's where Judy makes most of his living, and I think Judy's a good streamer. I would actually play him over Van Jefferson and Mike Williams. So I'm okay with Gronk, Beckham, Judy.
Fair enough, Bob. You did piss me off, in fact. I'm going to go Gronk, Van Jefferson, and Judy.
Yeah, I am. I'm definitely going Gronk. That's like my number 1 here. I'm also going Judy. And believe it or not, I will side with Bucky. And I will, Buck, you know what? I want to apologize on there because I feel like I've doubted you too much in the last couple of weeks, and it's definitely bit me in the ass, especially last week, dude. I feel like everything I was on the fence on that I sided with Bob on, you were right. So
give me one example. Give me one example.
I can't.
Give me one example. Go ahead.
Watch the podcast, Bob. It's all on tape.
I'll rewatch the whole thing. I'll rewatch the whole thing.
I'd have to go back and look, but I think I even texted Buck, and I was like, damn, you were right.
It's okay.
I've been right more than I've been wrong this year.
Buck, it's the year of the Buck. In the Fantasy Focused Listeners League, in a 16-team league, Bucky is 11-1. How does that happen? The guy is a guru. The year of the Buck, but Bucky always chokes at the end, so it's okay.
It's true. But not last year. I did get that trophy. The Fantasy Focused Listeners League sitting up there. I still need to get it engraved. I haven't done that yet.
The first back-to-back champ ever. We'll see.
Well, let's not talk like that, boy.
All right, Dennis has another one here. My RBs have whatever, they're safe. Start 3. Help me maximize. Love this. Madison, Gibson, Mitchell, Devonte Williams, Jamal Williams, all backup starters out. So I need the safest 3. Bucky.
Love this one here. Gibson is in. Devante is in. And then it's between Madison and Williams for me.
Dude, this is a stacked team.
I'm going to go Jamal Williams. I got a weird feeling of a 20-point game here for Jamal. I do.
Yeah,
Gibson, Devonte, Jamal.
Javante's going to eat today. This is what Sky's been waiting for.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I can't even imagine the excitement in Sky's atmosphere right now. Just waiting on this.
just dreaming of Devonte last night.
Dreaming of Devonte. It's his new pod, boys.
No, that's something I would subscribe to every Sunday live. Let's see. It's really tough to fade Mitchell, but he doesn't really have a great matchup against Seattle's been average on the ground, at least. They're very bad against pass catching running backs, but
yeah, how can you fade the kid though? He's electric.
Yeah, when you have this, like
I know.
I understand. I get it. It's going to be tough because Madison full workload against Detroit. Gibson is, no J.D. McKissick. I get this question's terrible. It's so hard. It's nuts. I think Devonte Williams really seems like you have him in your lineups. I'm actually going to go. Shit.
Let me give you my answer to make things semi easier for you. I'm going. I will never fade Elijah. Like that's my guy. That's my key phrase there. That's my guy, Elijah. I just can't fade him. I cannot do it. I will not do it. He's electric, and they're wearing those dope ass white jerseys today. God,
those are so good with the black undertones.
Oh man, he is just gonna be flying across the field in that beautifully clean white jersey because no one's gonna touch him. He's gonna be so clean in that white jersey all day. No one's gonna touch him. All right, so I'm going Elijah. I'm going Devonte, and I'm going Madison. There we go.
Yeah, I'm going to go Gibson, Devonte, Madison.
There you go.
See, so you were in between who? Madison and who?
Mitchell.
Yeah. See, I don't see it. Even in the clean, fresh jerseys, I don't see it with my guy, Elijah. I call him EJ.
Yeah, no, that's why I lean Devonte, Madison, and Gibson. Jay will I actually have the opposite feeling, so we'll know today. Like Devonte, it seems – like Jamal Williams, the Vikings off defensive line's getting healthy. They get 3 guys back this week. So it does make sense. He's going to get 20. I think all these guys are going to be good. I even brought him up on our show, Jamal Williams, that he would be my start of the week. So
I stole it from you, Bob. I cut the brakes. Wild card.
Yeah, I like it. But I'm going to go Madison, Gibson, and Devonte.
All right, we got Tim coming in here. Morning, guys. Need 2. Tim. Need 2, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Okay. So wide receiver and a flex here. Bateman, Shenault, Marvin Jones Jr., Devonte Parker, Kareem Hunt, CEH. Thanks, guys. Go Buck Army. We're holding it strong here, Tim. We'll go to Levy first.
Yeah, and he said below, I think it's a 2-point PPR, right?
2-point PPR. That's right.
1 wide receiver, 1 flex. I'm going to go CEH in my flex. And let's see. This is
you looking at the scratch pad there? You got a scratch pad?
I do. I'm a truther of this guy, Buck. I am a truther. I'm excited for him to be back. I kind of like the matchup against the Giants.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go Devonte Parker. Look, it's never LaVisca.
Never LaVisca.
It's never LaVisca anymore. This guy's the worst.
I wish we could erase weeks 1 through 4 of this pod so that you couldn't hear me praising LaVisca and how he would be utilized. That has not come to fruition whatsoever. Yeah. It's absolutely terrible.
Super disappointing. So, yeah, that's my answer. I'm sticking with it. CEH and Parker.
Yeah, I hate the fact that LaVisca has the best matchup technically in the slot versus the Rams, according to all my bullshit metrics here. But yeah, I don't feel confident. I mean, Parker's probably going to see James Bradbury, but they are down two other cornerbacks today. The Giants, they're going to be down their slot corner and their perimeter corner, Adoree Jackson. So, and Parker's been pretty good when he's healthy. So, I'll go CEH and Parker as well because I don't want to touch the Jags.
I never trust CEH. But
Hunt, by the way, is on a bye, so it doesn't really matter.
What's that?
Hunt's on a bye.
Yeah, Hunt is on a bye. I wasn't leaning Hunt here. It's 2-point PPR. I'm gonna go LaVisca and I'm gonna go Parker.
No CEH. All right.
No CEH. I hate CEH, man. You will never catch me unless you corner me. And I'm a scared dog, a scared buck just sitting in the corner. I got no other moves but to attack. That's the only chance I'm going CEH.
Nice.
All right, fair enough. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate the support, buddy. Ilias.
Thanks, Tim.
Speaking of Elijah, a.k.a. EJ, Elijah or James Conner, Buck?
I'm going to go Elijah here. I think the matchup is about even between the two. Bob, am I wrong?
Sorry, I just got fucking 12 spreadsheets up this morning. Arizona is against Chicago. Actually, Chicago's actually been leaky against the run. They are about 8 spots higher in what I see.
Then I'll take EJ. Give me Elijah.
Okay. I'm going to go James Conner.
Oh, man. This is tough. I wish I could get both of these guys in my lineup. I mean, I'm gonna stick with my guns here and say I'd never bench an EJ, right? Or Elijah. So I'm going with Elijah Mitchell. I believe in the kid, and that's my guy. I'm going Elijah Ilias. Good luck, buddy. Let's see. We got this one, Tim. There we go. All right, Self. Good morning. Thanks for the swag. You're welcome. Bob, you sent him some swag?
Yeah, man, you got it. Awesome. Yeah, so sorry about the delay. It was the hats are on back order until 2028 or something like that. So I switched everything to shirts, so everyone should be getting them within this week. But I just got mine. I got my TCK thing on now. Look at that. Yeah.
I love it.
Love
Good
it.
stuff, man. So he needs a PPR flex. J-Rob banged up. Sony Michel or Elijah Moore, Bob?
It's Sony Michel. I think he's going to be a solid play today.
Bucky?
I'll go Sony here.
Yeah, I will also go Sony.
Can I interject though on the Rams as a whole? They got to get back to their roots. You got to run the football. They're starting to scare me a little bit with what is it with McVay? He seems to do this thing where they're so effective by establishing the run, sticking with it, play action passing, and then all of a sudden you get 9-10 weeks into the season, he changes everything, and all of a sudden there's spread offense. It doesn't make sense. Get back to the run, get back to Sony Michel. That's who I'm trusting this week on that one.
Yeah, right when I have Henderson, let's go to the run, and he's out. So let's do that. So Sony Michel, let's do all that.
This ain't about your personal affairs here, Bob.
That's where you're wrong, Buck. I'm on camera. I can say what I want. All right. So
I love it. I love it. I didn't mean to upset you there. I'm just saying.
It's too late. We're
all in the same boat, pal. Fine. All right. If we're at war, we're at war. Levy doesn't want war. Let me tell you, he knows what comes out.
Jeez, Levy, you got some war stories you got to tell us.
Hey, didn't I'm pretty sure the Lions won more games than the Rams in November.
It's possible since the Rams were like 0-4 or whatever.
Just crazy, man.
Yeah.
0-3-1, sir. 0-3-1.
One. Sorry, you're right. Yeah.
All right. Self need a wide receiver 2. Lockett, Pittman, or Claypool, Bob. PPR.
Love Pittman, man. I'm all in on Pittman this week, so I'm going to go Pittman.
I'll go Pittman as well.
Yeah, Pittman for me as well, Self. Good luck, buddy. High upside, low risk, Buck.
It's a good name.
Slim Pickens at QB with Hurts out, and I didn't start Taysom. Minshew, Jimmy G, or Big Ben?
I'll go with the great man, Jimmy Grapes.
Gardner Minshew. I mean, like, I did the same exact thing. I had Taysom Hill, sat him. Jalen Hurts is out in another league. I had Heineke. I picked him up. I'd rather play Heineke over these guys, but in a pinch, I'm going to go Jimmy G as well. It's going to be a nice save. He's going to be a high floor, low risk play this week.
Nice little 12-point game from Jimmy G. Yeah, I agree, though. I'd pick up Heineke if he's available. High upside, low risk. Jeez. What did you say of these 3 guys, though? Like, Minshew is the highest upside? I mean,
yeah,
it's crazy to say that, but like if this guy's sticking to his name here, like Minshew is the highest upside.
Yeah, but low risk is the other portion of it.
I just don't
Minshew is a big risk.
Do we see the Jets like putting up points today, though? I mean, like against the Eagles? I don't know. I just don't think that it's almost like a game flow thing where maybe Seattle, San Francisco, maybe Russ figures it out finally. I don't know. But yeah.
Oh, man. I'm going Minshew if you can't get up Heineke. There you go. Good luck.
Minshew. All right.
Dude, the stash. The power of the stash. Elmo the Red. First Twitch of the day. Start Beckham, Michelle, or Montgomery PPR. Bucky.
Well, I'm just thrilled we have Elmo in our presence. Elmo was a big part of my upbringing, so I appreciate that. And the fact that it's the Red 23, I mean, that could talk about a million things. St. Elmo's Fire. St. Elmo's a great steakhouse in Indianapolis. I've been there a couple times. It was fantastic. Start Beckham, Michelle, Montgomery. I'm going to go Michelle here.
Yeah, I actually, believe it or not, if Daryl Henderson's out, I think you roll with Sony Michel here.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with the boys on this one, Elmo. I
Tough
don't love
stack
the
for
matchup for
Monty.
Monty. Yeah, exactly.
Tough stack up for him.
Yeah,
he'll do fine, but the ceiling is a lot higher for Michelle this week.
Yeah, I'm with you guys on that one. Assuming that Henderson is out. Sit one, Hollywood, Pittman, Hopkins, PPR. Bob,
I'm sitting Hopkins. Could be cold and wet up in Chicago, plus his first game back. So I'm going to sit Hopkins.
I have a really hard time to sit Hopkins, but I understand the logic there. But I'm going to sit Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, I mean, I got to assume at this point, if Hopkins is in, he's a full go, right? Like they've been holding him out this long, and just the talent is there. I agree with Buck. I'm going to sit Hollywood. I don't know. Lamar just hasn't looked like Lamar lately.
And D-Hop is going to D-Hop. If he's on the field, he's going to do what he does.
Right. There you go. I will also sit Hollywood, assuming Hopkins is playing. Yes, good luck. Bucky, you got another super down there, buddy.
Timmy. In my rush for therapy, coming soon. Yeah, but I have a great therapist. Her name is Linda, and she is a lovely, lovely therapist. She helps me through a lot. It's all sports related, believe it or not. We talk primarily about Tottenham Hotspur, and she has no clue what the hell I'm saying, but she walks me through it and helps me grip my emotions. So I'm all pro therapy, big pro therapy guy. 2-point PPR. CEH is in at running back, so flex. Chenault, Jones Jr., Moore.
Rondale.
Ooh. Yeah, it's Rondale. Bateman. Buck Army. Always love you, Tim. You're the best.
Bob, you're up first on this one. This is tough.
Well, I feel you guys on the therapy thing. I've actually been banned by every therapist in the area because of fantasy football. I'm not allowed to go at anybody in the tri-state area. That's why I moved to California. So there's a whole thing backstory there. There'll be a 30 for 30. On the wide receiver situation, I just think that Pittsburgh game, the only thing I could say is Joe Hayden's out at least, so Rashad Bateman might be all right in that game. But that's why I kind of lean Hollywood a little bit more. I'm going to say never LaVisca, but I guess in this scenario, I'll go LaVisca Chenault. I hate myself.
Wow.
Visca.
I'm going Jones Jr.
Oh, come on, man.
I can't do Visca, man. I just can't do it.
So bad. I hate it.
It feels dirty. He's not even rosterable.
He is, though.
This is a mess, dude. This is a mess, Tim.
He's got a friend in me.
Yeah. Would you guys pick up Josh Reynolds and play him over LaVisca?
Yes.
Yeah, I would.
That's a deep name to check, Tim. If Josh Reynolds is available, play him.
I'm cool with Josh.
No Patrick Peterson today.
There you go. All right, moving on. Harris, half-point PPR. Kenny Galladay with Devonte Parker, Bob.
Kenny Galladay, my sweet angel boy. I'm gonna go Parker because of the injuries to the Giants secondary.
Yeah, Parker as well.
Parker for me. Harris, good luck. Thanks for tuning in every week, buddy.
Levy.
Appreciate your support. Yep.
Quick question before we get on to this awesome super chat. Hold on. I got to compose myself. Have you ever loved a player more than you love Devonte Parker?
Elijah Mitchell.
Damn. He's got the
Dude,
mantle now?
I drafted Elijah Mitchell in a ton of leagues. So, he wasn't even a pickup for me. I just been stashing the guy, dude. There was Rashad Perryman. Rashad Perryman is a Levy staple, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he's unbelievable.
That
You have
2000
Devonte.
that 2018 stretch must have been something for you.
Oh
Like,
man,
that
was,
must
I
have been
was
a lot of
one
fun.
happy Buccaneer fan. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that.
All right, we got Metamucil lover Jordan, and I gotta have a little segue here into my personal experience. Metamucil has changed my life. So if there's anybody out there who struggles on the toilet, all right, things aren't going great. If you got to get normal, you got a little low fiber intake going on, pop yourself with 2 nice scoops of Metamucil in your water, chug that thing down, and you will be feeling right as rain within 4 hours. I promise you that. So Metamucil lover Jordan, I mean, I couldn't resonate harder with a fan of this show than I do with you. And the super chat just takes you over the top. Metamucil lover Jordan, we'll get to him. Tough one this AM.
Dude,
Go ahead.
This is your burner account, isn't it?
You think I just contribute money so that you guys make money? Is that what you think this is? You think this is an enterprise? It's like a recycling bin. You think that's what this is? It's not what it is. We're answering questions here.
This is a match made in heaven.
He's got a tough one to say. Points per pass interference league. You get a point per PI. Needs 2 wide receivers. Hopkins, D. Parker, DK.
I never heard of such a league. This is incredible. How do you implement this scoring?
Probably
Wow.
Sleeper. Sleeper's like the only
Chicken
one.
scratch.
It would be cool if it was like yardage too. So like if it's a 40-yard penalty, you're getting 4 points.
But the catch isn't a done deal. He still had to catch the ball. I'm done with that. I don't like that at all. I like this rule.
This is interesting. Okay. Am I up first here?
I'm going to go with Devonte Parker. I'm going to go with Hopkins.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, if Hopkins is in, I'm going to go with Hopkins, and I'm going to go DK. I feel like DK can he does draw a decent amount of penalties. I mean, I don't have like specific stats on that. I've never really looked at something like that, but he's a deep threat, obviously. So I'm going to go DK and Hopkins.
Yeah, I actually lean more towards the Imodium side of this argument overall because I don't have problems with the fiber thing. I actually just how you doing? So I actually would say if there's anybody out there with a Imodium account lover, please CM us, get us some money so we can get evened out here. I'm actually going to go and not help you at all. This is going to make you shit. I'm going to actually go Devonte Parker and DK Metcalf. So I think we're all indifferent. So
what are you doing? You're just eating Fig Newtons all the time, keeping the fiber intake good?
Actually, it's poor genetics. I think I just have a very sensitive tummy.
All right, I'm gonna switch my answer to make this easy since it's a super chat. I will go Devonte Parker. That's my guy, and DK. Sorry, Buck. This one I'll go with Bob on.
I'm not insulted at all. I just love the fact that we have a mutual beneficiary of the Metamucil treatment. It's almost as crucial as Linda is to me on a twice a week basic.
I love it.
It is what it is.
I'm actually going to jump in here, guys. I'm going to do a quick rundown of the injuries because I have a shit ton today. So we're going to run through some quick ones, give you guys a real quick rundown here. So first off, guys, there's a lot of injuries to running backs today. David Johnson looks to be out today against the Colts. Rex Burkhead, I know we don't want to trust the Houston Texans run game. It's probably not a good idea to do so, but if you're desperate at RB, Rex Burkhead should handle about 15 touches in this matchup. Shepard and Tony are out against Miami. Believe it or not, Farrell Cooper has the best matchup against versus the Dolphins this week. He may in the slot. If you're really in a 16-team PPR format, maybe Farrell Cooper could be on your DFS DK lineups. Daniel Jones out against the Miami Dolphins today. Looks like we're going to get a Mike Glennon experience, all that neck out there. Can't wait as a Giants fan. New York Giants are down 2 starting CBs this week. The only guy really out there is going to be James Bradbury. So it's notable for Tua and also Jalen Waddle and Devonte Parker. Philip Lindsay, he actually had 12 carries and now he's out. So if you're a Myles Gaskin owner, you should be able to start him as an RB2 against a very soft Giants run defense. Devonte Parker, of course, we've been talking about him a couple times today. He's been activated off IR. He should be returning today. Jordan Howard is out. It looks like Boston Scott is in, but he is dealing with an illness. It sounds like Miles Sanders week focus. I'm playing him in my big league, and Miles Sanders is going to go off because of that. Kyler Murray should be back along with DeAndre Hopkins this week. Based on some of the reports I heard, we should probably vet this too, is that Hopkins might be limited even in his return because of the conditions in Chicago. So we'll see how that goes. But Kyler Murray should be back. Robinson and Goodwin are out against Arizona. So that means it's basically the Mooney Show and Cole Kmet. So 2 of the 3 starting receivers for the Chicago Bears are out in this matchup. Dalvin Cook out against Detroit. It's that time of year again when Dalvin Cook's out when you need him the most. So Alexander Madison, hopefully you handcuffed your players. 3 defensive linemen for the Minnesota Vikings are coming back this week. That's good news for their run defense. Very bad, but Jamal Williams still should be a rock-solid RB2. Patrick Peterson is out this week. That's a slight bump for Josh Reynolds on the outside, who's been playing well with Jared Goff for Detroit. DeAndre Swift, of course, he's out against Minnesota. That's why we're bringing up Jamal Williams a bunch of times today. Asante Samuel, one of the top cornerbacks for the Chargers, is out in this matchup. That's good news for T. Higgins, Jamar Chase on the outside in that game. Charlton Davis, top cornerback for the Tampa Bay Bucks, is now back against Atlanta. Tampa Bay is a very underrated defense this week, but Charlton Davis being back is a nice one. Shaquille Griffin, top cornerback for the Jacksonville Jaguars, is out. I like this for the outside receivers, Van Jefferson and Odell Beckham against the Rams. Dan Arnold out. If you don't know who James O'Shaughnessy at this point is, I don't know what to tell you, because James O is going to be tight end 1 rest of season. Dan Arnold now on IR. J.D. McKissick out. It sounds like Wendell Smallwood is going to be the passing down back, but I think Antonio Gibson gets more work today because of the injury to J.D. against the Raiders. Darren Waller also out. If you need a tight end streamer, it's Foster Moreau season. Like Buck will tell you, he's going to go. We're going to have a few Foster Moreau references today, folks, but Darren Waller is out. Deebo Samuel out against Seattle. If you're looking for a dart throw, Juwan Jennings is someone that we like in deeper formats. Fred Warner, the stud middle linebacker for the San Francisco 49ers, is out, which normally would be good for the running game, but who's going to be running the ball for Seattle? Your guess is good as mine. Denver is getting back both starting tackles this week against Kansas City. That's good news for Devonte in his first start. Maybe that should be a fun one for the Broncos offense. Melvin Gordon, of course, out in this game. Top cornerback Rashad Fenton is out for the Kansas City Chiefs. That's under the radar. That's good news for the Denver receivers overall. Daryl Henderson looks like he's going to be doubtful today. Sony Michel, in my opinion, rock solid play in his absence. And of course, Tre'Davious White, stud cornerback for the Bills, is out. But that game should be interesting. I'm sure Buck will have some weather updates on that Monday Night Football game later today. Back to you, Ryan.
Oh, man. Take a breather, Bob. That was absolutely electric. And I love that you called Glennon the neck. As a Buccaneer fan, love me some Mike Glennon. Oh, God.
There was a brief moment where Mike Glennon almost looked like he might be good for you guys.
Dude, he made a lot of money in his career. So good for the neck. He really put his neck on the line and went out there and made a lot of money. So
I'm a big neck guy.
On females or just in general? Just general.
I'm attracted to a good neck, Bob.
Oh, yeah. I hear you.
What can I say? What can I say?
You can say that you like necks, I guess.
Attracted to a good neck.
I like it.
Also, Bob,
lock me up. Throw away the key.
Bob, I'm starting Foster Moreau in a league today, so I'm excited about it. He's a good tight end, man. If Darren Waller wasn't there, he would be good.
Oh, yeah. I have to actually figure out if I need to start him or Pat Freiermuth, which I'm really struggling with. So,
All right, Sleek, thanks for tuning in all season, all past couple of years, all that good stuff, man. Appreciate you coming back every week. Hawkinson or Gaseki, and thoughts on D-Hop. Thoughts on D-Hop, Bob just mentioned it. Potentially limited there. The weather sucks in Chicago. I think it's like less than 40 degrees and rainy. Ew. Gross. But Bucky, Hawkinson or Gaseki?
This is an interesting one here. I'm going to go Gaseki. The thing is, I think they script the first couple of drives to really highlight what he does. I got a good feeling about Gaseki getting in that end zone today. Mikey G. Yeah, this is always what causes Bob's hair to fall out. That's why he's on Care Factor.
Skincare for hair. I'm actually going to go Gaseki as well.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'm a Gaseki guy. You guys know that. I'm gonna go Gaseki. Targets are typically there. That's one of my guys. Brooke loves your Always Sunny reference. I didn't watch that show, so I missed it, Buck. But
you've never watched a show? It's the longest running cable sitcom of all time.
Don't watch it. I don't know why. I didn't watch The Office either. It's
wow.
You've never watched The Office or It's Always Sunny?
Nope.
What are you living in a cube? Do you just live in a wall-less cube like it's windowless?
That's it.
What is your deal, man?
We'll talk about it later.
I thought we could trust you, and now all of a sudden I can't trust you.
It's like, imagine you're in a wall-less cube. You can technically still watch TV. So that's how bad that is. Even in a windowless cube, whatever it is.
I watch a lot of television too. I watch a lot of different shows.
Trust me, I know. Okay.
I'm more of like a no, I do not watch Below Deck. I'm more of a if you're going to talk about reality, I'm more of like a Real Housewives type of guy, but I prefer paid cable,
Okay. Listen here, Mr. Hoity-toity can't be touched by us normies. Listen, It's Always Sunny is so goddamn funny. And the reference that Brooke is referring to, and thank you, Brooke, I'm glad you appreciated it. It was based on Charlie when they are basically siphoning gas into barrels to then resell. And they're oil barons, and they take on these fake Texas accents. We're just a couple oil barons from Dallas, Texas, just coming here to sell you some oil. Not a big deal. And Charlie cuts the brakes on the van that has all these oil drums in them, and he just starts screaming, "Where are the brakes?" And he goes, "I cut the brakes. Wild card, bitches." And he jumps out the back of the van. It's one of the funniest scenes in all television history. I would hope that folks would look that up if you've never seen it. Charlie, gas, wild card.
I love it.
That's the Google hits.
I'm also getting a good laugh at some of the comments in here at the bottom. I was just scrolling through here. Fat Golfer loves your hat. Dio said if the house is split, don't ever go with Levy's side. I'm just loving loving the comments down there.
I agree with that.
But we got our first Breda sighting here, Bucky. So we're going Breda, Stevenson, Coleman, or pick up AP. Half point PPR, downright bad right now for Luke. What are we doing, Buck?
It's tricky. So with Breda, it's appetizing because you see the impact that he has with limited touches. I'm not going to start Breda. New England does too good of a job against running backs. I'm going to fade him. For me, this is between Stevenson and Coleman. And with Coleman, you're looking at a situation where you have a better upside, in my opinion, than Stevenson. With Stevenson, you're gambling for touches within the 5-yard line and get in that end zone. I'm not quite certain that that's going to happen. Bills blow the Pats out. Everybody knows it. Justin Zimmer knows it. God bless you. I'm going to go with Coleman here.
Wow, Buck. I just want to jump in before Bob answers real quick. I've been saying for weeks now that the Pats are probably arguably the best team in the NFL. They are going to bring the Bills back to reality on Monday Night Football. This is the statement game for Mac. This is it for Mac and the boys. Bills lose. I'm sorry, buddy. Let's go. And then they lose the next week to the Bucs. The Bills Mafia is going to be in shambles in the next 2 weeks. But I'm also going Coleman. Bob?
I'm going Matt Breda this week.
All right, fair enough.
What? No, give me some reasoning there. I don't see enough utilization. It makes me nervous.
I thought you were talking about the Pats. I was like, okay, never mind. Go ahead.
So in the Jacksonville game, 9 of his 11 touches came in the first half. He actually out-touched Singletary 9-6 in the first half of that game against Jacksonville, and then they basically just stopped playing. They took out Breda, and they used Singletary to close out the game. So if he really was going to – if that game was close, he could have pushed 15 to 18 touches. It's because it was a blowout. They actually didn't use him in the second half. So plus, the game in those cold weather games, those winter games that – basically have a lot of snow, they lean on the ground game. So I think that could be helping him too. So Tevin Coleman too last week. Listen, the only time the Jets will ever have a lead is against the Texans. So that's why Coleman got 16 carries. So I think he's probably going to be in a worse game script today with Gardner Minshew. Who knows actually with the Eagles. So it could be a Coleman week too, but I just lean Breda. I like the talent. I think he's got juice, and I think that's why I'm going to go with him in this one.
There you go. Another part of that 49ers run tree. I just love 49ers backs. We got a couple of them there, Coleman and Breda. Bob, you're up first for DeRozan on Twitch, Heineke, Matt Ryan, Minshew, or Jimmy G. I know your answer on this one.
Yep, Heineke all day.
Heineke.
Heineke for me as well. DeRozan, thanks for tuning in as always.
I love DeRozan.
Fat Tony. LFGO. I don't know what the O stands for. Should I start Colts or Bucks D? Buck.
LFGO means let's effing go out. Should he start Colts or Bucks D? I'm going to go Bucks D.
Dude, Bucks D is going to eat today. JPP is going to kill Marty Ice.
How has Matt Ryan done against the Bucks recently?
Decent.
It
for whatever.
seems like that's what I was saying. Like it is kind of weird. Like he does. It seems like those Atlanta Bucks games are always decent. But I agree. I think because of the Bucks the way they are, I think they can create more turnovers in this game. So I'm going to go Bucks.
There we go. No points for
Hey, they do have your favorite, Bob, Charlton Davis, who played for Charlton Athletic Club. His name is Carlton, Bob.
Oh, sorry.
I've been meaning to tell Bob this for weeks. Thank you, Buck.
I like to do it on air.
Old Charlton, eh?
Yeah. Charlton Davis. I like Charlton Davis, though.
No, but you want to hear a funny little story? We're pretty slow on questions. We'll get to all y'all very quickly. I had a buddy who kept chirping me. He lived in London, and he kept chirping me that his friend, Charlton Bobby, there's a football club, soccer club in England called Charlton Athletic. Charlton Bobby was this guy's name, and this guy hated me. And I never met him. He just listened to my podcast, and he's like, I hate this guy, Buck. He's the worst. And so Charlton Bobby would send me hate messages via proxy of my buddy Scotty, and he would sign off with Charlton Bobby. And so every time you say Charlton Davis, I just think of Charlton Bobby. Charlton is a terrible club, by the way. Awful club.
What caused the hatred? Like, I just was curious. I don't think you really do much to be hated. Is it just the Tottenham takes? Is that what it was?
Yeah, probably Tottenham takes. It is what it is. We're up 3-0. It's not a big deal. This game's about to end. We're about to be fifth in the table. It's not a big deal. But, I feel pretty good about everything that's going on in my life right now. So let's keep let's keep the high riding.
Okay.
Well, you're gonna love this next comment after this one because Bob is in San Diego. That's pretty close to LA, right? Fat Tony wants to take you to an LA game. So Mini Jordan, full PPR, need a running back. Boston Scott, Alex Collins, Jeff Wilson, AP, Devonte Booker, Tevin Coleman, Breda, Burkhead. Ooh, this is ugly. Bucky, who you got?
A lot of options. Boston Scott, he's got like an illness going on or something.
Yeah, this is
Tevin Coleman or Burkhead. I'd go with either of those.
The funny thing about Burkhead, do we trust the Texans just to give him all the work? He's the last running back, right? Like, there is no one really. They have Royce Freeman on their team.
Dude, he's going to run for 2.7 yards per carry today. There's no doubt.
Yeah, but he's the last dance. He's everything right now for them.
But it's not even about running the football against the Colts. It just feels like the Colts are going to dominate, and he's just going to get like 6 catches because they're going to be behind in the game, and he's just going to get dump-offs. But I'm going to go Matt Breda.
Bucky, you said Coleman, right?
Coleman 1, Burkhead 2.
Yeah, I'm with Bucky on this one. I kind of like Coleman today. I just can't trust Breda, even though he's been producing lately. When you guys come to LA, I'll take you to a Chargers game and show you a real QB. I hope he's a real QB today. They need to let him loose.
Bob, you ever made the trip up there to LA?
I did. Yeah, my sister used to live in LA. Yeah.
Have you tried to get back at like the hours between 2 and 6 p.m.?
No. I don't mess around with that stuff. No traffic.
I'll tell you what, Bob, I've never had a more harrowing experience than trying to get home from LA after a work meeting at a firm. I tried to get home. It took me 6 hours. On Google Maps, it's like 1.25 hours or whatever it is. It's not bad. But I was on the road for 6 hours. It's right where the mountains kind of mold into the 5 there, and you're sitting there thinking, "My God, I'll never get through this ravine."
Traffic in Southern California between the hours in general during the week, rush hour, is like between 2:30 and like 6 forget about it. Don't even bother. My
Yeah,
my commute was 15 minutes. It would take me over an hour to get home if I left during prime time. I was like, no thanks. I'd stay in the office late. Screw it.
It's the worst.
Oh, there you go.
We got Scotty here. Levy, there's no way the Bills lose to New England. Bills Mafia. He lost Waller. Standard league tight end. Does he start Patty Fryermuth or TJ Hawkinson? Where's Sky? Sky's working, man. He's doing what he can, and we still love him. Whenever he will take part in this, we will welcome him with open arms.
I hope he's watching
Hawkinson.
Right now. Ooh. I'd rather go pick up Foster this week, but in a vacuum, I'm going Patty Fryer.
Yeah. The Ravens actually aren't good against tight ends, so I'm actually going to go with Pat Fryer. I'm good with them.
I'm going Patty Fryer.
Scott, appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Thanks,
Congratulations
Scott.
on the jersey. Hopefully you get that soon.
Yeah, back order stuff.
Beautiful piece, Josh Allen.
Speaking of Fryermuth or Pitts, Bob.
Mm.
Dude, I'm starting Ertz over Pitts this week.
Can we all sit here and admit that Kyle Pitts was a terrible redraft pick this year? Like,
terrible,
terrible. Like, I think we could all say that pretty openly there.
Not his fault, though. Not his fault.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, of course not. But Tampa Bay's not good against tight ends either.
No.
How did he do in the first game? Let's see. Go ahead. You guys can answer. I'm gonna look this up for us real quick.
I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Fryermuth, but I think he had a decent game against the Bucs.
Kyle Pitts, 5 for 73 that week.
They were a little bit more banged up then too than they are now. They're getting healthier.
I'm going Pitts.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I'm actually gonna lean. I'm gonna lean Pitts.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Good luck, Fat Tony. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Nathan, what's up, man? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Who do you pick up on? Nathan's an OG from years ago, if you remember, Bucky.
Huge OG.
Who to pick up on waivers for a flex play in a standard league between Scott, Murray, and Burkhead? Been a huge fan for years. Glad to see you keep this going. Love it, man. Good to see your name.
Love you, Nathan.
Bob, who you got, Bob? We
Standard
need
league.
Standard league.
If I need to start this week, it's Burkhead. Scott's going to be limited. Murray is a backup to Freeman, so I'm going to go Burkhead.
I'm going to go Burkhead here as well there, Nate.
Requisite touches, Nathan. Go with Burkhead. There you go. Good luck, buddy. Good to see you. D.O., another OG. Morning, fellas. Need 2 from Mitchell, Gibson, Monty, Devonte, Godwin. Full PPR. Man, you're stacked. Bucky, who you got?
Jesus.
It's hard for me to sit Godwin. I'm going to go Godwin.
Oh, man.
And then Gibson. Best matchup of the bunch of running backs there.
Is this going to be the first time I said Elijah Mitchell? I think so. It might be. This is my last question, guys. I got to hit the road. So, Bucky, if you could take over for me at 7:42.
Yeah, I got it, buddy.
Cool. Bob, who are you going with?
Yeah, this sucks. This is awesome. These are great. It's tough. It's tough to sit Godwin in full PPR against Atlanta, right? I agree with that because Atlanta's not anything special. So I'm actually not going to sit Godwin. I'm going to go with him in full PPR, and then I'm going to go with Gibson. Man, I think it's his time. I think it's Gibson week.
I'm going to go Godwin and Devonte, but it's really close for me not to play Mitchell. Dio, I love you, buddy. Good luck. Fellas, good luck to you too as well. Bob, I hope you have a great Sunday, man. I hope your woes.
I'm not going to. It's already shot the whole day. So
I'll talk to you guys in the group chat. Good luck. See ya.
All right, see you, buddy.
All right, Buck, let's get it done.
All right, we got to do it. Dreju here. Who does he start? Christian Kirk, Sony Michel, or Miles Sanders in PPR? Not. We can't keep calling PPR standard. Standard is the standard. You got a PPR, Christian Kirk, Michelle, Sanders. I'm going to go with Sony Michel here.
Yeah, I agree. If it's no Daryl Henderson, it's Sony Michel. If Henderson's active for whatever reason, I'm okay with playing Miles Sanders.
Fair points there, Bob. Fat golfer. I could play 2 out of 3, so we need 2 flex spots here. Tyler Lockett, Hunter Renfro, or Andy Dalton. Wow. Little super flex action here. Which 2 would you pick? I'm going to go Dalton and Renfro.
Agreed. Yeah, I agree.
Bush Light hat. Yeah, this was a gift. I got this last year. It's a Kevin Harvick hat, my favorite NASCAR driver. Used to be Matty Kenseth, and then he retired. So I had to find a new guy. I'm all on the Harvick train now, and we're rocking and rolling with the Bush Light. Also used to drink a lot of Bush Light. Harris YT, half PPR, Devonte Williams or Rob Gronkowski? Juicy question. Harris, you're always hitting us with these juice bombs. It's like a starburst. I'm a lemon guy, Bob. What's your favorite starburst?
The pink one.
You like the strawberry?
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty basic of you there, pal. I'm a little more elevated. I got the lemon. Give me all your yellows. If you just collected yellows for years and gave me a sack full of yellows, I would love it.
Now I have your Christmas present for 2023. Maybe I'm not gonna be able to collect that by now because you didn't tell me in advance, but I'll work on getting you yellow Starburst for Christmas next year.
Citrus rules supreme. Devonte Williams or Rob Gronkowski?
This sucks. I'm gonna go Devonte in this one.
I'm gonna go with half point PPR. Devonte. He showed me enough. It's time for him to take his side on this one. Harris, Josh Jacobs, Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams for me.
Javonte Williams for me as well.
All right, Harris, get him done. Brooke with the wild card bitches. You better believe it. Shout out Charlie. Brooke, I don't know if you saw the latest 2 episodes. They weren't the best. I mean, the show has gone on for so long that they're kind of running out of ideas a little bit. But whenever Charlie reverts into that insane mode with D, which he did with the pelts, more pelts. It was one of the best moments of that show in a long time. DK or Marquise Brown, full PPR.
I'm gonna go against San Francisco, huh? I just feel like it's got to be a DK week. Like they got to get it together. So I think it's DK.
I'm gonna go DK here as well. That was non-PPR, by the way. DK then for sure. Sit 1, J-Rob, Madison, Mitchell, Fournette. So sit 1 out of that grouping, full PPR.
It's J-Rob because he's dealing with an injury and he's actually kind of questionable today. And they actually did dial back his workload. They actually gave more routes last week to Carlos Hyde. So I'm actually okay fading J-Rob.
Yeah, I'm good with Madison. I'm good with Fournette. Yeah, I'm going to fade J-Rob in that group. This is a question. Avoid all Pats and Bills wide receivers looking like 30 to 40 mile per hour winds. I don't think it's going to be that high, Dio. You're probably closer to that area. You're probably closer to Lake Erie than I am. But based on everything I've looked at, it should be around 20 miles an hour. So do I think it's a strategy to avoid them? You're probably already avoiding Pat's wide receivers. Are you avoiding Stephon Diggs? I mean, that's the real question here, right? I'm not avoiding Stephon Diggs.
Yeah. I think that's the nice thing about this game is like it is basically Stephon. I mean, the only guy maybe is Dawson Knox if you're debating him because he's only the fringe guy because Beasley is easy to fade because he hasn't been good with Knox. Emmanuel Sanders has not been good over the last few weeks. So the Pats wide receivers, I don't think anybody's really starting Kendrick Bourne and Myers that much. So I'm okay with just focusing on Diggs. I think the bigger question really is Nick Folk, right? If you want to play Nick Folk in this weather, Buck, give us your thoughts on that because I have a friend that has Nick Folk.
I'm going to avoid Nick Folk.
Yeah?
I'm going to yes.
Okay.
You got a friend.
Yeah, well, I care about him deeply. So
yourself is what you mean. All right. Knox or Fryermuth here for Sea-Dog.
Fryermuth.
I'm going to go with Fryermuth as well. We got Aiden here. How you doing, Aiden? Needs 1 running back, one flex player, half PPR. Devonte Williams, Miles Sanders, Hunter Renfro, David Montgomery. Running back and a flex out of those 4.
Shit. I like Renfro so much, dude. He's been doing so good lately. It's tough to fade him. And that game should be fun, but do we know the format? Do we have half PPR? I'm in on Javonte, and then, I feel like I'm actually gonna go Devonte Williams and David Montgomery.
I'm going to lean with you there. If it was a full PPR, I'd go Hunter. But with a half, I'm going to lean for David Montgomery as well. Sarah, how you doing? Good to see you back. Half-point PPR. Waddle, Marquise Brown, Freeman, Elijah Moore needs 2.
Baltimore. Freeman is your guy this week, right? So,
Freeman's
yeah. Yeah, they got gashed last week, Pittsburgh. I'm actually going to go Freeman and Waddle.
Freeman and Waddle as well. Starting Indy. All right, go with it, man. Do what you feel is best. You're just coming to us for advice. What does he do with Pitts? You're stuck with him. Stuck in the middle with you. Reservoir Dogs.
If you're in the playoffs, I think you just pick up another tight end and you just treat Pitts as like a streamer. Like in the sense that when he has a great matchup, you can play him. But he's not matchup proof, clearly not. So you don't want to just have him. So I would just try to pick up like whoever you can off waivers, the Pat Freiermuths of the world, or if you're, Foster Moore this week maybe, if you feel like you don't have. But I think Pitt should be fine this week against Tampa.
Javonte or Elijah Mitchell? This is a good one here, Bob.
I know, man. I know. I'm actually going to go Javonte.
I'm going to go Javonte as well. I love the kid's wiggle, and he's got heart. I like heart. Heart goes a long way in this sick, twisted world. G-Rady, Devonte Parker or Rashad Bateman, half-point PPR.
Do we know how healthy Parker is? Like I didn't really see him. I know he's activated, but I haven't really heard if he's going to play a full allotment of snaps. But I would lean Parker in this scenario if I could.
I'd lean Parker as well. We got Beach. Welcome back, Beach. Jamar Chase, Keenan Allen, Ayuk, or Pittman needs 2.
Jamar Chase, Keenan Allen, Ayuk, and Pittman. Jesus, man. I don't want to sit Chase this week, even against the Chargers. I'm okay with fading Ayuk in this scenario. Pittman has a crazy matchup, man. I am actually going to go Chase and Pittman.
This one's kind of tricky for me. I like all 4 options.
Right.
I'm going to fade Chase. I'm going to go Keenan Allen and Pittman. And then Ayuk would be my 3. Chase would be my 4. Aiden back again here. Jalen Waddle, Hunter Renfro. What's the format, Aiden? Can you chime in the comments real quick? I'm going to let you hang here for a minute, but Aiden, hit me up in the comments. Because if it's PPR, this is Hunter Renfro's game. If it is half point or standard, I go Jalen Waddle. This is a great question because it's very valid. Bob's got to take a sip of water before he gets down to it here. Do you agree with that sentiment there, Bob?
I think I'm going to go Waddle because of the injuries to the Giants secondary. They're down 2 of their 3 corners, and Waddle. It's just tough because Parker has been a huge impact on Waddle's success. When Parker plays, Waddle's not as active. Yeah, screw it. Let's just go Renfro. He's basically the one in that team now, and that should be a fun game. I'm going to lean into that Raiders game. Screw
PPR, Renfro.
Renfro.
Yep. Thank you, Aiden. I appreciate that. All right, Mark, Hollywood or DK PPR?
Man, how far DK has fallen, huh? Crazy.
I mean, it's been ugly.
It's been real bad. I have a deep. They can't. It's like going into this week, all we've heard about is like, oh, we got to get DK involved. That's all they keep saying. And excuse me, folks.
It's all right, Bob. Man. I'm coughing too.
He had 4 for 65 and 1 last time they played, so I'm going to go DK.
We go DK here as well. Darius, start sit. Freeman, Bourne, Stevenson. Let's start there.
Freeman.
No format. Freeman for me as well. And then defense. Patriots, Bucks, full PPR. I'm going to start the Bucks.
Yes, agreed.
Thank you, Darius. Wait, Chase Allen. I don't know what that means, fat. Mark, Gibson, Gaskin, Devonte Williams.
I think he was answering the question for the previous one we had. We had the 4 receivers. He's saying Chase and Allen. Yeah. Gibson, Gaskin, or Devonte Williams. Oh, God. I'm going to go Gibson.
Gibson for me as well. I like that matchup, Bob. I need something. Will Josh Allen throw 6 touchdowns on Monday, Buck? No.
Nice.
Hey, talk about how you can win a jersey here, Bob.
Yeah, guys. So last few weeks, we've given away a jersey for our FanDuel challenge. This month, though, we're going to turn our focus to trying to. So over the last few months, we've been working with Good Sports on donating to a charity. So goodsports.org is a charity that helps underprivileged communities play sports and donates equipment to those communities. So what we're doing this month is we're doing a Super Chat December giveaway. So for every $500 we earn through our Super Chat for the month of December, we're going to give away a jersey this year. So if you want to sign up, all you got to do is donate on the Super Chat to get into the contest. Once you're in, what we'll do is we'll pull a winner at the end of December. Every time we hit $500 of donations, we're going to give away a jersey of your choice. If you're on Twitch, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Periscope and you're watching this right now, you can actually donate on the TCK Pod Venmo. We can actually get you in to win the jersey. So once we hit $500 for the month of December, we're going to give away the jersey to one of our Super Chatters for this month. So this all goes to a really good cause, goodsports.org. About 10% of all your donations will go to Good Sports. We've already donated $150 so far this season. We're hoping to double that to $300 for the total for the season. So really could use your help, guys. And we're going to give away a jersey for every $500 we make, and we could donate to 10% of that to Good Sports. We're going to actually give away a jersey to our Super Chatters. They're also doing a FanDuel challenge, guys. We've done that for the last couple of weeks. If you want to do that, all you got to do is just, when you become a Super Chatter, just send us your username, and we'll get you involved. That's going to be a free tournament. We're not giving away a jersey for that this week. But if you want to be a part of it and just compete and have fun, send us a Super Chat with your username on FanDuel, and we'll get you set up.
Corbin here. Josh Reynolds or Jerry Jeudy in a full PPR here, Bob?
It's Jerry Jeudy week for me.
Jerry Jeudy for me as well. Benching Mike Evans for one of them. Who? Not sure. Keenan and Ayuk. Yes, I like Ayuk this week. I actually like him quite a bit. I'm good with both of those options.
Yeah, over who? But yes, if you have to play them, they're fun. I'm not fading either one of those guys.
Bob, we're out of questions here.
Are we really?
It's week 13. I understand a lot of people that were on earlier in the season probably dropped off. They don't have the same questions. They're out of playoff contention. But if you have anything, bring it here. But in the meantime, I'm going to grill Bob on a couple of things. Okay? Number one, have you watched the Squid Game?
No, I have not.
I gave you one assignment, Bob.
I know. I'm sorry. I've decided that I'm just, after the season's over, I will dedicate my time to all the things we've talked about this year. And so I can actually really bask in it. I'm not distracted. I can actually enjoy it. So I listen, I got you, Buck. I got a running list of all the things that I need to improve on this offseason and the things I need to do for next 2022. I'm super excited.
Can I be clear? It's not improvement. It's simply content. that I want to pick your brain on. You're that electric on the mic. I need to know what's going on in that brain of yours.
Oh, there's a lot. I'm on full.
Trust me. How
This
much football do you watch a week, Bob?
I just watch the games. I don't really watch. It's not that. I'm more just in the analysis piece of it, pulling out all the data from PFF and creating my spreadsheets and stuff, and then doing all that stuff. And then I write 4 articles a week for different sites, and then we're doing the podcast stuff. So it's really just constant motion. Like either I'm prepping for a podcast or prepping for an article or writing an article or recording a podcast. And then on Sunday, I just kind of just kick back and watch the games. I don't like do anything. I don't write anything. But I also write game previews, too, for another site. So I'm actually diving into the game, detailed analysis for that specific game, too. So, yeah, it's a lot during football season on top of working a full-time job. So it's been –
So you're saying, like, come February, you'll be a happy guy?
No, I actually love it. I actually am all about it.
Really?
I don't like my full-time job. I like football. So, like, I'm all about it. So, I actually don't mind the football. I miss football when it's over. But I like off season because you get to look back and find out where you're wrong and then figure out why you were wrong. And I think not enough of us do that. Like February, March, April, like that time is really reviewing the previous season and understanding where you went wrong. I love that stuff.
And paying penance. You're paying penance 100%. At that point.
Yeah, and I think I'll probably record something like that, talk a little bit about this year. But overall, like
Tyler Boyd
is the big one. But I mean, listen, I listen, you can say what you want about Tyler Boyd, but that's a team problem. Like the Bengals do not throw as much as we thought they were going to. Like that's where it starts. Like I already know what I did wrong with Tyler Boyd is I projected a much higher passing volume for that team so that Chase wasn't going to impact Boyd and Higgins. I thought Boyd, he was just going to come in and have plenty of targets to take without taking away. But that's not the case. This team is so under expectation for pass volume. It hurts, but at the same time, that one's a big one. But, I was, Cooper Kupp is a big one that I was right about, and I'm happy about that. But then injuries suck, too. Injuries get you, man. Honestly, fantasy football with injuries. Like this week, like this crunch time, I feel like every time I was going into this week, J-Mom, appreciate you, love you. Going into this week on Monday, I swear to God, I was like, this is the healthiest my team has been all year. I was so excited for this week because I have survived in my main money league to get to the 6th seed. I was down like almost last place, got my team all the way back because of injuries. And then I'm like 13. I was like, I made it. I'm going to have Cooper back. I'm going to have my starting running backs. And then Cooper still feeling COVID symptoms. So I don't play him. Then I lose Daryl Henderson. Then I lose Jalen Hurts. And I'm like, now I'm starting Matt Breida in one league, which I'm fine
with. What if he wins it for you?
I'm all in on Matt Breida. I really am. I mean, if it's but I didn't want to start him. I started Mark Ingram, which just really talk about something that just really got like it. I couldn't it irks me because like me and you were talking about it pregame. We're like, if Ingram's out, like we liked him in general, even if Kamara played because we thought Kamara would be limited. But then they give Ty Montgomery like over half the snaps. Like
didn't understand it. It was terrible.
It made like the weeks prior, he was playing about 75% of the snaps with Kamara out. It dropped all the way down to like 35, 40%. I honestly had I had never thought that would be the case. But that's just fantasy football just loves to get you, man. Get you real going there. So it's been a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. But anyway.
Thankfully I'm immaculate.
Yeah. You got
when it comes to my teams. I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise to you, but I don't suffer through those trials and tribulations that folks like you have to go through.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to relate because my teams are elevated to a different level.
Yeah.
They're ascending right now. You ever watch the movie Cloud Atlas?
No.
We're ascending right now. That's what my teams do. We only go for the top and we get the top, Bob. That's what if you just draft well and you ride it out and you make a couple of key waiver wire moves, you'll be there. We have a few more questions. We're going to get into it. Kickers, Bob. Hit them.
Love it. Yeah. My top kicker this week is Greg Joseph for the Minnesota Vikings. I actually, now after talking to Buck, might be dropping Nick Folk for him because
it's going to be a shit show in Buffalo.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Getting the phone out to do it.
Yeah. Screw it. I mean, honestly, yeah, it's unfortunate, but I can't risk it. After the Ingram debacle, I just yeah, but Greg Joseph against the Detroit is my number one kicker on the week from my analysis. And listen, when we talk kickers, we're a little tongue-in-cheek about it. Like, yeah, I do the analysis because I thought it'd be interesting to figure this out because a lot of my home leagues have kickers, but at the same time, they're kickers. Like, you're not going to sit Justin Tucker. You're not going to sit, the kicker for Bucker. You're not going to sit those guys. Of course not. But, like, there's a lot of us, like 6-7 teams in most leagues that don't have one of those kickers. So those kind of scenarios, it's Greg Joseph. I also like the Philadelphia kicker as well this week. Dan Carlson is still available in about 30% of leagues.
DC, are you with me?
I like him a lot. And then McPherson is another guy I'm big on too. So if you can get the Bengals kicker, he's really good this week. If you're looking for more of dome games, I like the Colts kicker Chase McLaughlin. He's been playing very well. He gets Houston. And that's really the top guys. If you can get one of those guys, great. Go for it. If you know none of those guys are available, yeah, I think the problem is Matt Prater is playing in Chicago today. I'm not going to touch that. And the Washington football team kicker. I know Joey Sly is out. If you can't get any of the guys I just talked about, pick up the Washington football team kicker this week, and he can be a decent option.
I want to clarify here, Beach. We didn't cheat. We just beat the living piss out of Norwich. That's what happened. We got John Sylvester coming at us. Who would you start? Darnell Mooney, Elijah Moore, or Russell Gage at the flex, Bob?
I think it's going to be Mooney for me. I think he's just going to get so many targets because there's no Allen Robinson, no Marquise Goodwin.
Yeah, it's Mooney as well here, John. Good luck. Do you like Dabo and Brent to Oklahoma? No.
I don't even know what that means.
Brent Venables? You don't know these names?
I don't know. I don't do college football.
None of it?
No, don't like it. I tried.
You don't watch a single game?
No.
You're kidding me, Bob.
I'm sorry, man. Saturdays are for prepping for podcasts. So I do the player trend show. It takes me all day to collect all that data. So
well, I as a listener of that show, I'm most appreciative of it, but you got to watch a little college ball.
Nope.
Not even the playoff?
Nope. I mean, that's not true. I did watch a national title game here and there, but I don't revolve my day around watching it. If I'm just hanging out and I could put it on, but I don't even know when the games are. So I don't even know when the national title game is. I wouldn't have a clue unless someone told me, like, hey, it's on. I'd rather watch Burn Notice. I'm binging that right now.
Burn Notice is a heater, like an old school heater. Is that still going? Burn Notice?
No, it's actually here's a funny story, Buck. It's actually only on Hulu, and it's actually expiring in 12 days. So I need to try to figure out a way to binge that show in six seasons in the next 12 days. So I got a lot of Burn Notice to watch.
I was a big Burn Notice guy in the day. Burn Notice guy.
Great show.
All right, we got Harris here. Elijah Moore or Van Jefferson, non-PPR rest of season question here. I'm going to go Van Jefferson. He's established himself. I love what he's doing. And I'm biased because I'm a Florida guy. I went to the University of Florida, and he was the best NFL ready receiver on that team, and we're seeing it now here in his rookie year.
Van Jefferson is in my opinion, is the guy. I agree. Because Elijah Moore, the problem is, like, we haven't seen him do it with Wilson. And Zach Wilson and Corey Davis wasn't even back next week. Corey Davis and Zach Wilson are like, that's his guy. Plus, Elijah Moore was on the second team early on in the season, and he didn't play much with Zach Wilson. It was Keelan Cole and Jamison Crowder and Corey Davis. So I actually lean Van Jefferson. I think you're 100% correct. He's going to be on the field a bunch on a really good offense. So I'm going to be okay with Jefferson there.
Minshew or Joe Burrow? Eyeball emoji.
I'm okay with Joe Burrow. I'm not fading him for Minshew, who, I mean, listen, guys, what made Jalen Hurts good in fantasy was his legs. I mean, it's not because they have great weapons. I mean, Goddard's a decent tight end. Smith is a rookie, and I like Smith, but at the same time, he's a rookie. And then you got Quez Watkins and Jalen Reagor out there. So it's not like that Minshew's stepping in for, Patrick Mahomes level talent around him. So I'm going to stay with Joe Burrow.
It's got an excellent text message here, Bob. I'm so excited to come over, Ellen. Count me in for Italian cookies with a flair, unless you want something else. I can be flexible. This is with 16 people on this text chain. I have no idea who the hell these people are. But there's Italian cookies. I'm going to get myself in the mix. Big Italian cookie guy.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Burrow here as well. Driftcat, Russell Gage, Marvin Jones, Devonta Freeman, Bateman, or Laviska Shenault.
Did we ever establish if he's like a rogue cat or if he's like a cool drifter of cars?
He drifts cars, and he's a cat. Cool cat.
Cool cat. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Not just straight
We've
cat.
established that. He's the GOAT.
Understood. Got it. I think this is relatively easy. I think it's Devonta Freeman.
Freeman for me. Sleek, full PPR, Josh Jacobs, Jamal Williams, or Sony Michel?
If Daryl Henderson is out, I'm playing Sony Michel in this scenario.
Josh Jacobs kind of entertains me a little bit. I'm going to go Michel, but, man, keep an eye on that. If Henderson is going – you have a chance, right? What time does Las Vegas play?
I think it's 4:00.
Okay, so you got a chance. If Henderson is playing in any capacity, I'm putting Jacobs in. Otherwise, Sony Michel.
Yeah. What Buck said.
We doing FanDuel. Bob, we doing FanDuel?
We could do it. Yeah, just send us a quick $1 donation with your username on FanDuel, and we'll get you into the contest. We're not doing a giveaway this week for the FanDuel piece, but we are doing a giveaway for the month of December as a reminder for a jersey. We'll talk about that more later.
How do you feel about this comment from the Savage?
Yeah, it's fine. All good. I don't really care that much.
He's a pro man.
I like pro football. It's not that. There's something about the college game that when I watch NBA basketball, when I watch the NFL, and you watch the players, the best of the best, and then you watch the college aspect, it's not as quick. It's not as fast. It's not as, college football games too, half the games are blowouts. I mean, you got the number one team in the nation plays John from accounting and his football team once every few weeks, and they win 75-5. So I'm sorry that I think it's kind of a joke. And then the playoff thing pissed me off for years. They moved it to 4 teams, really cool. The college football, here you go. This is why I hate college football. They figured out the way to fuck up a playoff by putting in a committee. Oh, a committee's going to choose who, why wouldn't you just keep the BCS as is and let the
BCS worked?
Put everything in, and just whoever comes out in the BCS, the top 8 teams, go into the playoff. That's it. That's all it needs to be. But instead, they have to have a committee. And Condoleezza Rice was on it. And for what? Are you kidding me? What is she doing picking? It's ridiculous. So I'm sorry that I don't love college football. It's ridiculous that a bunch of people surrounding the table are going to go, Notre Dame, they're really good. Actually, you know what? They did throw that one. They did do well. I like them because they donate a lot of money to us. Let's pick them instead. I'm sorry, but any human error that picks a playoff, no thank you, I'm out.
All right, Bob. That was as good as you could have delivered it. Just fantastic stuff. Yeah. I get the gripes. I get them quite a bit. 3 wide receivers out of Kupp, Thielen, Allen, or Waddle.
Never sit in Kupp, ever. Jeez. I'm going to go Kupp, Thielen, and Allen.
Same 3 for me. You okay with dropping TJ Hawkinson? He would have Logan Thomas in a non-PPR.
Yes, I'm okay with it. Hawkinson has not proven to be an every week tight end.
I'm going to stick with Hawk. I just like the player, Bob.
That's great.
Drift cat. He's a cool cat that drifts around. Like I said, he just drifts.
Now, Now that's could be left up to interpretation because drifts around doesn't need necessarily drifting a car around. It could just be drifting around. He's just drifting around the neighborhood, walking around, drifting cat.
No, there is a Honda Civic that is drifting currently.
As he's watching us on YouTube, drifting his car as we speak. That's dope.
I hope not. That's not safe.
That's true. Good point.
All right, last question here, Bob. It's week 13. Folks have checked out. I love everybody that watches this channel, by the way. You guys are all my boys and my girls. Couldn't be where we are without you. So we do appreciate you. Any questions you got, hit it up now. Fournette and Madison at running back, James Conner at the flex. Does he start Devonte over any of them? Great question here, Reflex.
I actually wouldn't be against him starting him over James Conner. It's tough to sit Madison against Detroit. Like, you just feel that Madison against Detroit they're going to be competitive enough to get touches. So I'm actually going to go Madison, Fournette, Devonte.
I'm going to go with the same three. Devonte over Conner in this situation. We have Herman Mejia. Welcome, Herman. Does he start Knox or Goddard?
You tell me, Buck.
I'm going Knox. I'm going Knox.
I'm going to go Dallas Goedert. I think these are our two fades this week. I think you faded Goddard and I faded Knox for tight ends, right?
Yeah.
This week. So there you go. Perfect. We'll see who wins that one.
We got Wizzy. Ertz with limited Hopkins, or Higbee against Jax. I'm going to go Hopkins here.
Yeah, I'm not going to start Higbee over Hopkins. I'm okay with Hopkins there.
Herman coming back in. Saquon or
we messed
CEH?
that up. We messed it up. It's Ertz or Higbee. Ertz with a limited Hopkins in the line. So Ertz or Higbee.
Oh, Ertz or Higbee?
Yeah.
Higbee.
I agree. Higbee.
Herman, Saquon, or CEH? Thank you, Bob, by the way.
No problem, man. Anytime. Buck, give me your 2 cents on Saquon.
I hate him.
Okay. That's more like a nickel than 2 cents.
I'm going to go with Saquon. I'm going to go with Saquon there, though.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go CEH, actually, because I just think, man, the Giants are just, God, dude. Mike Glennon's starting. Miami's defense is looking better. So I think I'm actually going to go CEH.
All right, we got Scott coming in here. Can we get some solid DFS stacks for today? Bills Army, Buck Army. It's all good, Scotty.
Scott, are you a FanDuel? Is it FanDuel or DraftKings? I think that.
Well, I like Tom and I like Godwin.
Let's just pull it up, Buck. Let's get it going. I gotta set a lineup anyway. Let's see what the sitch is here. My $15 in my FanDuel account, my DraftKings. So Lamar Jackson on DraftKings is actually the biggest amount here. I'm actually going to share my screen. Why not?
DraftKings.
Yeah, because you're a smart man. That's why, buddy. DraftKings is so much better anyway. So Lamar Jackson is the highest owned, highest priced guy. And then if you're scooting down, Tom Brady's at 7,200. That's the 5th highest rate. So Buck's going a little bit Tom Brady action. And then he's going Chris Godwin here. Is there anybody else you're feeling today, Buck?
I like that the most, I think.
Okay. Justin Herbert. Then Jalen Hurts looks out. Kirk Cousins against Detroit, I think, is kind of a trap game. Russell Wilson has not proven enough against San Francisco. Then it's Joe Burrow. Carson Wentz against Houston could be interesting, but it doesn't seem like Houston might be able to make that game competitive. Derek Carr against the Washington football team, maybe a Hunter Renfro, Derek Carr stack.
Don't mind that at all.
Don't mind that. Garoppolo against Seattle. Heineke, maybe a Heineke. I mean, McLaurin's not the greatest matchup. The Raiders are kind of tough against receivers, but Heineke maybe in a Gibson stack could be interesting. Because you always go running back too there. Scooting down, let's see. We got Tyrod Taylor. That's a good deep one. Andy Dalton, real cheap, 5,300 on FanDuel. I mean, on DraftKings. Big Ben's only $5,000 against Baltimore, but I don't think everyone's touching that. How about Mike Glennon?
No.
Mike Glennon. 4,000. $4,000. I mean, like, kind of makes some sense, man. I mean, that's oh, that'd be fun. So, how about Gardner Minshew?
That's okay.
Gardner Minshew is only 4,000. So you save 3,200. You switch to Gardner Minshew. Do a Gardner Minshew, maybe a Miles Sanders stack. Gardner Minshew, Devonta Smith. Maybe just go Gardner Minshew and stack other things. But Gardner Minshew, $4,000 is real cheap for a quarterback. Remember, Tom Brady was 73. You save $3,300 by going to Gardner. So maybe a Gardner Minshew, Miles Sanders stack this week. Go for it. Why not with Boston Scott feeling a little iffy? That's actually a cheap stack right there. So I think Bucks is the buy up, the Tom Brady / Godwin. And then if you want to buy down, maybe a Miles Sanders, Gardner Minshew stack this week can get real cheap for you folks. But
don't mind it.
Don't mind that at all. Yeah.
Thanks, Bob.
No problem.
Ubiquitously here, should he start Elijah Moore or try to pick someone up off waivers? I'm going to say start Elijah Moore. The only player I think, if you're in a 12 team that you're going to have available, be like Byron Pringle. Maybe I don't mind a Byron Pringle. Maybe Josh Reynolds. I would start Josh Reynolds over Elijah Moore if he's available. I doubt he is. But Byron Pringle is really the only other guy I'm looking at.
You've been talking about Byron Pringle a couple times, and I
love Byron Pringle. I love Pringles.
I'm a Pringle guy too, so I feel it. And the trends show it too, right? We talked about this on the player trend show that he ran the second most routes on the team for wide receivers in 2 weeks in a row. So yeah, I think those guys offer you a little more juice. I just think, and the Eagles secondary, I know the Eagles are this weird team, but they have really good corner play, and they actually have been very good against receivers. So, and we haven't seen Elijah Moore do it yet with Zach Wilson. So I think if I need a win, I am not trusting Elijah Mitchell. I'd rather have Josh Reynolds and maybe even Byron Pringle. Why not?
Drew D, Deontay Johnson, James Conner, Antonio Gibson, choose two. I'm going to go Johnson and Gibson right off the back. That's how I feel. That's how I live.
I love Deontay Johnson. So yes, I agree. Gibson and Johnson.
Reflex here. Colts or Arizona on the defense?
Colts or Arizona? The Colts playing against those division games always get a little hairy, but Arizona against Chicago and Andy Dalton playing in bad weather. Let me just
I'm going Zona.
Yeah, you going Zona? Sorry, I just want to pull up my handy dandy spreadsheet for this one. Why not? We have time. I'm going to go Arizona as well.
PPR, very, very effective means here with quarterbacks in play for Micah. Justin Herbert or Russell Wilson? I'm going to go Herbert.
Probably going to do the same. Yeah, I want to see Russell do it for a full game. I know in fantasy he was fine last week, but just looks very sketchy.
A little sketch.
Those NFC West games are kind of ugly sometimes too. So I guess it's actually very polarizing. I feel like they have either they're 33-30 or like 17-20. They're always like
very close to that.
Very polar. So I think I'm going to be okay with Justin Herbert.
We're dealing with a polar atmosphere here, folks. Yeah. Choose one, Scary Terry, D-Hop, or Brandon Cooks.
Choose one. Brandon Cooks.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Colts have allowed the second most points to perimeter wide receivers over the last 5 weeks.
I was going to go Terry, but you swayed me. I'm going to back you up, Bob. Thanks, Cooks. Man. Put him in, Wizzy. You got C. Chav, desperate flex, Kenyon Drake, Mike Gaseki, Lat Murray, or Mecole Hardman, full PPR.
I feel like Jazeki's the only one with like an established role, so I probably just go Jazeki.
I go Gaseki here as well. I love Tua. Can I just say, can I make it clear to the listeners out there? I absolutely love Tua. The gut, the visceral feel for the field. I love that guy. It just feels like he's really doing everything he can to get it done. And he's pretty good. Hunter Renfro or Mooney in a 0.5 PPR, Bob. This is a perfect one teed up for you.
I think I'm going to go with Renfro.
Renfro. Big Renfro guy this week. Hurts or Mac? Well,
Hurts is out.
Mac. We're going to go Mac, Mad Eye. Get it done,
So,
Mad Eye.
well, let's ask this though, right? So, I guess Mac Jones is playing Buffalo in that bad weather game. How comfortable do you feel about Mac Jones? I mean, would you pick up a Tyler Heineke this week over him?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I agree. What about Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay. Try to get a guy like Tyrod or Heineke. Obviously Heineke's kind of the guy we're trying to lean towards this week if we can.
PPR. Devonte Smith or Boston Scott? I'm going to go Boston. No, Devonta.
Yeah, I'm going to go Smith.
Tax. Man. You going Smith?
Yeah, I'm going Smith.
And then D question here, Eagles or Rams? Go with the Rams.
Yeah, against Jacksonville, absolutely.
Yep. Connor or Gibson? I'm going to go Gibson here.
Gibson for me as well.
Micah, PPR, needs 2. Elijah Mitchell, Gibson, CEH. I'm going to go with the first 2, Mitchell and Gibson.
Agreed.
Ubiquitously here. Reynolds is available. Pick him up. Hell yeah. He's trying to stop the team I'm playing from making the playoffs. Hey, do whatever you can, pal. Get in their face. Make sure they know your name. And it is ubiquitous with you, my friend. Well, if Henderson is out, Devonte or Sony, I'm going to go with Devonte there.
I'm going to lean Sony.
Why?
So the thing with this, at least from a game flow perspective, they're up big. They're going to run the football down their throats late. And I think Sony Michel, they would probably use Sony Michel in that role anyway. And I think he's going to get you like close to 20 carries if there's no Henderson. Good game flow playing at home. And they're a top 5 matchup in my metric anyway. So, and listen, I love Devonte. I'm in on him too. But I think in this scenario, I think Sony's going to get a crazy workhorse usage. And I could see Kansas City going up on Denver and they throw in a little bit more. And listen, Javante's going to catch passes too, but I'm going to lean Sony slightly ahead.
Yeah, see, I'm just scared by McVay.
Yeah, it's true. You probably just screwed that up.
That's my issue with it. All right, so Reflex said, my bad, meant to say Colts or Minnesota D, Bob.
Vikings are playing Detroit today. Seems like a freaking trap, to be honest with you.
They're going to get that dub.
Oh, I think Minnesota wins, yeah. I'd be okay with the Vikings are Indianapolis. Colts are playing Houston, huh? Both division games, both in domes. I think they're both away too, right? Are they?
Yeah, I'm going to go Minnesota here.
Yeah, let's do Minnesota. No DeAndre Swift. Let's do that.
Micah, choose 2. Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs, Jalen Waddle, or Tyler Lockett.
So this is a random stat, but Detroit has allowed the least amount of fantasy points to outside wide receivers over the last 5 weeks. Completely random, but tough to sit Justin Jefferson. I'm going to go Jefferson and Diggs here.
Yep. Top 2 for me as well. PPR, Hawkinson or Knox? I'm going to go with Dawson.
Hawkinson.
PPR starts 3. Devonte, Jamal Williams, Elijah Mitchell, Myles Gaskin.
Philip Lindsay's out today, so that means
I'm gonna
Myles Gaskin.
I'm sitting Gaskin.
Yeah, same.
That's it, Bob. We are done.
So just a couple of updates. The Cincinnati Bengals are going to be down 2 starting offensive linemen today. They're going to be down their center Trey Hopkins and right tackle Riley Reif. So that's an update from earlier. That's unfortunate. Cardinals are going to be down Justin Pugh starting guard. That's not really that big of a deal, I guess. But, yep. Jordan Akins is out again. David Johnson's officially inactive if you're going to play Rex Burkhead. Let's see. Well, we have some time. Philip Lindsay's officially inactive today, so that's notable for if you want to use Myles Gaskin. Eric Kendricks, we talked about yesterday, stud middle linebackers out for Minnesota. That could be decent news for a guy like Jamal Williams. Giants are officially down those 2 starting corners. They're down Sterling Shepard and Kadarius Toney. And I don't see anything else really notable. Jalen Hurts, of course, officially out as well, so that's out. Bucks are going to be down Jordan Whitehead, their safety. That might be a slight bump for Kyle Pitts in the deep passing game, maybe too. So,
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really feeling it too much. Matt Ryan to me, I haven't been really. I mean, it's not really his fault, right? I mean, they didn't without Calvin Ridley, they don't have much talent outside. And Kyle Pitts, he wasn't ready to be a 1 yet. I don't think he could just throw a rookie tight end and ask him to be your best pass catcher right away. But he's actually had his ups and downs. I mean, Matt Ryan, for what it's worth, has had some nice days, even with this weird cast of characters. So, but I'm not playing him against Tampa, of course, but for Tampa's defense.
Miles Sanders or Damian Harris in a flex?
Miles Sanders.
Yeah, I'll go Sanders.
I'm just saying this. I'm putting this on record. The guy that has Miles Sanders is playing against me in my league, the league that I'm tied for the 6th seed. I've been high on Miles Sanders all year. He's let me down every single time. This is the week that since I'm playing against him in my most important game, he's going to go off. And I can already see it happening because the guy who has him is the luckiest fantasy player in the world. So it's going to happen this week. Big Miles Sanders week.
It will happen. Stafford or Josh Allen? We got a FanDuel username there too there, Bob.
You see it? I don't see it. Oh, there.
Yeah, it's just up.
It's not coming up on my thing. But anyway, Stafford or Josh Allen?
G-Pep 47.
Oh, yeah, I already got Savage. He's already
Savage is in. Stafford or Allen?
I just think Josh Allen, against the Patriots in that bad weather game, I just think that Josh Allen might use his legs more, if that's the case. I'm okay with Josh Allen, so I'm going to roll them.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Josh here as well. Trying to find where we're at. Start Devin Duvernay or Freeman, full PPR. Freeman. Amon-Ra St. Brown or Rager?
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I'm going to go Amon-Ra here. Feel good about that. Rager is not good. PPR, choose one flex. Jalen Waddle, CEH, Tyler Lockett. I'm going to go with CEH here.
CEH as well.
He's in a tough-ass spot. Lost D. Cook and D. Swift. He's running Singletary and Rex Burkhead. That is a tough spot. But you know what? Things could always be worse. Always. Keep your head up, pal.
Losing a lot of D, man. I get it.
It's true. It's true, Bob. What do you guys think? Could pick up Boston Scott or Damien Williams on waivers. You could get Boston Scott, who's going to get you something. But Damien Williams, I think, has a higher ceiling. I'm going to go D. Will.
It's like a stash thing.
I don't know.
Khalil Herbert's past Damien Williams, I think. So I don't even think I'm going to play D. Will. I would never consider. I would say Boston Scott in this scenario.
With Hurts out, got to pivot. Russell or Carson Wentz?
I like Wentz.
I like Russell there. Mitch, Elijah Moore, Kenny G, Devonte Parker, half-point PPR, half-point first down. Choose one. Moore, Galladay, Parker.
When they give you these kind of scenarios, these half-point first downs, like, do you actually? I don't really know anything about first down, stats. So I don't know if I could factor that in. Do you ever throw that into? Yeah, I'm going to still go Parker.
Yeah, Parker. I like Tua. Tua's going to get it done.
Big Tua guy. Huge Tua guy.
I love Tua. I don't know what it is, Bob. I just have like this fleeting love affair with the guy. I just like a quarterback that is strictly business. Just get it done.
Is it
like
more? Does it come from college too, or you like him? Is it because of the Dolphins?
No, I hated him in college.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think he was that good. I thought Hurts was good. Shows what I know. Stafford or Lamar? We'll start there.
Lamar,
Jamal Williams or Monty? Full PPR.
I don't like this question.
Oh, I'm going Jamal this week. Don't love the matchup there for Monty.
I don't know. It's like every week there's always that guy that everyone's all over because of an injury. And I don't know. I guess I'm okay with Jamal Williams. I just think he's going to get a big workload. And so is Demont. Yeah, Jamal Williams.
All right, last question here, Bob. Well, we got a couple. Will Damien even get the ball? He's third in the chart. I disagree. I think he's second in the chart. Where's Tariq Cohen?
It's Khalil Herbert now.
Whatever. Who the hell are these guys? Damien Williams is an established name. He's second in the chart. You can look at the chart, and then you can look at the actual play count. Damien Williams is going to play. It's my thoughts.
He's inactive today, by the way.
Oh, I know that.
All right. Why are we talking about Damien Williams? What's happening?
Well, we're talking about stashes.
Oh, stashes. Yeah, I think it's Khalil Herbert's the stash for Demont.
All right, let's don't go heavy on Vikings player. Vikings or Lions D are turning it into a Motor City madhouse today. Ted Nugent, that is so appropriate. I can't thank you enough. Bob, that's it. We'll sign off.
Okay, man. Yeah, sounds good. I'll take the hour. Yeah, I know Jordan's probably going to pop on and it's going to be on, but it is what it is, man. But yeah, man, I'm going to just chill for a little bit, set a FanDuel lineup, to be honest with you. We'll do it right on air. Screw it. Why not? Why not? It takes a little time. They might pop on. You want to set a FanDuel lineup, Buck, on me.
Oh, this is a good one here. Hold on. Fant or Foster, Bananas Foster Moreau, the island of Dr. Moreau. Here we go.
We got no Foster Moreau questions today.
I'm going Foster's Moreau.
100%.
Bananas.
I'm debating between Firemuth and Foster Moreau. What's your thoughts, Buck?
What's that?
In my league, I'm debating between Foster Moreau and Pat Firemuth.
I'm going Bananas Foster. Derek Carr throws a hell of a seam route, buddy. And Foster's Moreau. That's my guy.
Does it change your thought process about Fantasy Karma that the team I'm playing has Darren Waller and he didn't pick up Foster Moreau?
You definitely have to play Foster.
Okay.
Go Moreau here, without a doubt. All right, Bob. You going to set your lineup?
Oh, it's in. I already got you in, Buck. You changed my kicker. You changed my tight end. So if I lose, I'm just going to – I have a feeling you're gonna get me over the edge. I'm gonna get like 3 points extra because of those moves, and I'm gonna win by 2. And I'm gonna send you those yellow fucking starbursts in a bag, and you're gonna just.
I need the yellows.
I got you.
I need them.
I got you.
All right, Bob.
Is this another question?
Later. There's no
Buck.
question.
That's it, man. I mean, you want to? I said you want to set a FanDuel DraftKings lineup. Why not?
I already won.
What do you mean? No,
Trust me, I'm going to win.
No, I'm talking about DraftKings. Do that on air. So you want to set a lineup here? Sure. Let's do it. Why not? Let's have a little fun. We have a little time. So who do you like? Would you want to go with the Tom Brady, Chris Godwin stack, or you want to buy down to Gardner Minshew?
No, let's buy down.
Buy down. Okay, so we're going to go Minshew. Running back. Anybody that stands out to you? Want one of those backups that are starting today? Jamal Williams, Devante, those guys.
I like Devante today.
You want Devante. Devante is coming in. Oh, it's Sunday night, so he's ineligible. It's only the 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock games.
Fair. Jamal
Williams. J. Will in there for Buck at 5,400. So at the top here, you can see 5,600 is your average, what you could play. Defenses are typically like 3K, so you got probably up to 6,000 here for the rest of your players. But you want to go Banana Foster Morneau at tight end?
Foster.
2,700. My God.
Oh, yeah. We're getting value, buddy.
Value all day there. That seems like the lock of the week. All right. So any other running backs that you can kind of spend up now a little bit? I mean, you have 6,200. That's like Saquon, Robinson. You got Sony Michel if Henderson's out today. And you can always do late swap later.
I go Sony.
You want to go Sony here? Okay.
And then we can load up on wide receiver.
All right, so you got 6,700 now. So let's talk through it. 6,700. You have that range is like Deontay Johnson, Mike Evans, DK Metcalf, Marquise Brown.
I don't like it.
So let's do a defense then, and let's see what pops up. So you want to go chalk with Bucks, Rams, Colts, Eagles are the top ones. Any sleeper ones like the Chargers?
I go
down
Rams.
There. Rams this week. So you're getting the max. So now you have $7,600 for your wide receiver. So now that's like McLaurin, Keenan Allen, Adam Thielen, Jamar Chase. You can even buy up even further to like Justin Jefferson. Cooper Kupp is 9,000.
I like Thielen.
Okay. Thielen's in. Oh, sorry. Chase. So now you have 7,800. So you could still pay up. I mean, you could check. You have a flex spot too. You have the big time running backs. You have Najee Harris, Alexander Madison, Leonard Fournette that you could still get.
I'd go Fournette. I love Fournette, and that leaves us wide open for flex.
So the only receiver you can't afford is Cooper Kupp. So you can go Justin Jefferson, Keenan Allen, Terry McLaurin, Jamar Chase.
I go Jefferson.
Okay, there you go. Gardner Minshew, starting at quarterback, $4,000. Devonte Williams, Sony Michel, Chris Godwin, Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson, a double Minnesota. You just spat in the face of the Motor City Madhouse right there, doubling up on Vikings receivers. Foster Morneau at tight end, Leonard Fournette at flex, and the Rams DST. There you go, Buck. Entered. We'll see if you can get some dough. We're winning it big time. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm actually going to do one too, man. Forget it. Why not? Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Don't write it. We'll do it live. Lineups. Oh, man. Oh, I got to do that. Okay. I messed up. That's all right. It doesn't, like, if you want to enter it again, it enters the same lineup again, which is really dumb, but whatever. All right, let's try this one. Here we go. Why is it not letting me lineups? This is weird.
What are you doing, Bob?
Well, because I want to enter a new lineup, but I want to create a lineup. There we go. NFL. I've never had to do this before. This is super weird. It's making me do like all this other stuff when I just want to enter a second lineup on DraftKings. I don't want to mess with your lineup. I want to just enter my own lineup. But every time I hit enter, it enters your lineup.
I'm going to crush you.
Maybe not.
But maybe.
But maybe is a factor, though. That is also true. Create a new lineup. See, there we go.
Keep the maybes.
All right. I think Gardner Minshew makes a ton of sense this week. Unfortunately, we're going to have to double up there. Gardner Minshew at quarterback. That's too much of a value. Foster Morneau is way too much of a value at tight end. Can't defer from there. Let's see here. Let's pull up some spreadsheet action, see what we got here. So running backs, top options this week. We got Fournette, number 1, so we're going to go Lenny. I like that.
Love the Lenny.
Maybe pay up for JT. It seems like very expensive, though, for DraftKings, $9,200. I'm actually going to go Sony Michel as well. Why not? Because I like that play. Miles Sanders, because I know he's going to go off today because I have to face him, and that's just how life works sometimes, folks. Wide receivers. I think I'm going to go Cooper Kupp, Deontay Johnson. Why not? Let's see what defenses we have here. Rams, Colts, Eagles, Buccaneers, Cardinals against Chicago. This is interesting. I'm trying to think through. Like, I know you went Rams, which makes a ton of sense against the. And then my matchup says Tampa Bay, huh? All right, let's get weird. Let's do the metric. Why not? Doing Tampa Bay. We'll see if they can get the Matty Ice.
All right.
We'll see if they get the Matty. 7,200 left. That leaves them like Jamar Chase. Ooh, that's a high upside play. Mike Evans, DK Metcalf. I'm going to go Chase. Why not? I think he's going to have – I think that Asante Samuel being out, I think I'm cool with it. So I'm going to go Gardner Minshew, Fournette, Sony, Cooper Kupp, Deontay Johnson, Jamar Chase, Foster Morneau, Miles Sanders, the Buccaneers D. It's in. There you go. Perfect.
I'm going to kill you, Bob.
I think so. I agree. Jordan's on. Hey, Jordan.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Jordan, what's going on, pal?
Just
Not much.
Setting some DFS lineups. We had a little time.
Okay.
Is that a Penn sweatshirt there?
It is, because the jersey in the back wasn't – oh, this way. Jersey in the back wasn't enough. I had to break out the sweatshirt today.
Double letter guy.
That's right.
Yeah, well, we break rules here on this podcast. Let's get into it. All right, Max Guillen. What's up, boys? Great stream. Thank you, man. Play 1, DK, Pittman, Renfro. I would love to know the format. It changes things for me here. Because if it's PPR, I'm going Renfro. If it's non-PPR, I'm going to go Pittman. What are your thoughts here, Jordan?
That's actually exactly what I would do as well. Not interested in DK this week, given the other options. In a full PPR with with Waller out, I think a lot of this offense could now turn to Renfro in a PPR. Whether or not he finds the end zone is going to be whether or not he's a solid play or a great play for you, I think. But Pittman obviously has a nice matchup himself, so comfortable starting either. Would lean Renfro in a PPR, Pittman in either a half or a standard.
The crazy thing about Renfro is 7 catches in 5 straight games, 7+.
Yeah.
So in a PPR, your floor is 7, and that's not including the yards. So it just makes sense. He is the guy, and it's great to see that guy. He's like the modern day. What's his face? He's like an Edelman, modern day Edelman. All right, we got Arthur here. Miles Sanders or Sony Michel?
I'm going to go with Miles Sanders on that one.
What's the reasoning there? I'm going to lean Michel.
So for me, with Sanders, with Hurts out, I think that takes a little bit. Obviously, Minshew was a mobile quarterback last we saw, right? But definitely not the same level that Hurts was. And I think in an offense where you have your backup making his first start in, I think, 2 years, like he might have had a couple here or there, but especially his first start with Nick Sirianni's offense, you have new coach, new quarterback. I think there's going to be a lot of safer play calling, especially against the New York Jets, where Sirianni essentially has to win this game, to stay in the playoff hunt, but also, just I think you're going to rely on Sanders in that offense, given that just the situation that they have there versus Sony. I mean, I like Sony. I like the Rams offense. I just also think it could be, Cooper Kupp or Odell Beckham Jr., where Sanders is definitely going to be the centerpiece of the Eagles offense today.
Fair point. Bob, Sanders or Michelle?
It's Sony Michel, in my opinion. I'm going to play him because if it's no Daryl Henderson, unfortunately, we're not going to know that, right? Because are the Eagles playing later today? Yeah, they are. No, they're playing at 10. Yeah, I'd roll the dice. It's not like Daryl Henderson's going to be out, so I'm going to go Sony Michel.
Michelle for me as well. You got Arden here. Wide receiver, Hopkins, Evans, or Chase? We'll go to you first, Bob.
Man, Mike Evans has been good against Atlanta. But I like Chase a lot this week, too. I'm going to go Chase.
I'm going to go Evans.
I'm going to go Evans here as well. Good luck. Freiermuth, Ertz, Higbee. I almost said Hertz.
Come
It's a
on,
great
baby,
car rental.
So good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking the yellow and the black.
We tend to have different mindsets about this. The drift cat thing. We just were this way on that. I'm thinking awkward cat walking around the street. You're like, there's a cool guy driving a Honda Civic doing drifts. And now
Yeah, he's drifting hard, man. He's been drifting hard his whole life.
Good for him, man. I honestly, it's tough to really get that going these days. A lot of rules, but it's good to see guys still drifting out there. Yeah.
I hear him every night.
They're
still drifting, Bob. I live in the city, bub.
What city do you live in again?
Tampa.
Tampa has a lot of drifting.
Oh, there's drifting going on.
In Tampa. Dang.
Oh, yeah. It's a big drifter presence here.
I lived in Miami for like 4 months, by the way.
I could have sworn I saw Paul Walker 2 weeks ago, but he's dead.
Jesus.
That's an unfortunate fact. That was.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go Pat Freiermuth in this scenario.
Oh God, that was even low for me.
That's impossible because he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
It wasn't even the fact that he's dead. That it was the phrasing. It was just like, yeah. And then I thought I saw Paul Walker, and then he's dead.
Dead.
I know, man. Trust me. I don't need a lecture for the way I am. I know how I am. Freiermuth, Ertz, Higbee. I'm gonna go Patty Fryer.
Yeah, I am as well. Go State.
I got this solar charger, by the way. This thing is insane. It just turns off sometimes, so you don't even know. But there's no power buttons or any. Just get a solar charger. It's pretty cool. I just put it in the window. Phone is 100%, 80 hours a day.
I never even heard of a solar charger until just now.
Yeah, it's just like a little brick. You just throw it in your window.
Do you keep?
Listen,
is it like a case?
If the apocalypse comes, Bob, I'm gonna be here with my charger. I'll be the only guy with a phone.
If there's still cell service in the apocalypse, then great. So I think it's not a bad apocalypse.
Just know I got you. But
Thanks, man,
it comes at a cost. It comes at a cost.
Always does. Do you have to have it on the whole time, or you just? Is it like a case too?
That was going to be my question.
What's the question?
Does that have to be in the sun for you to use it, or can you put it in the sun? It banks up, its life, and then you can then charge your phone off of the. Or does it have to be in the sun?
Its life. It banks its life in the sun, and then you use the life. But you could also just like sit in the sun with the charger, and then you're fully charged. You're fully torqued the whole time. That's how I like to do business.
Fully
torqued.
torqued, baby.
Yep, fully
I
torqued.
like it.
Sun blazing on that damn solar panel. My mom gave it to me. It was the best damn gift I ever got. This thing, but it's very moody. You see the lights going on it? Sometimes it turns the lights off. And then you're like, what the hell's going on, solar panel? But then you figure it out. Let's get to the questions here. It's Friarmouth.
It's been
Did
a
you
hell
guys
of a
answer
morning,
this?
Jordan. It's been a hell of a morning. Let me tell you, me and Buck have gone on a few tangents already this morning. It was just the two of us for a long time. You can't just leave me and Buck alone.
I was wondering if it was just the last 10 minutes or if this has been the whole morning.
No,
it's been the whole morning.
This has been 2 hours.
We talked about me birthing Buck for at least 5 minutes at one point.
You did. I came out of Bob.
That's basically all you need to know. Yeah.
Friarmouth. Full PPR. Jawan Jennings, who is already played.
No, it's San Francisco, Jawan Jennings.
Oh, no. Who's Jawan Johnson? Is Saints
tight end for the Saints.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jawan Jennings or Burkhead. So clearly I am very apt to answer this question. Or Burkhead, his team is a shit show. We'll start there, Jordan.
Jawan Jennings. I just can't trust Burkhead. I'll take the upside of Jennings.
I'm going to go Burkhead. I think he's going to get you. You know he's probably going to get 15. No David Johnson, right? So he's going to be him and Royce Freeman. I'm back at it again. I love it. I'm going to go Burkhead. I think he's going to get 15 touches.
Yeah, I'm going to go Burkhead here as well. And then we have Minshew or Goff. I'm going to go Minshew. I'm going to get frisky with the mustache.
I love it. I'm buying into the hype as well. I'm going with Minshew.
Yeah, I'm going to go Goff.
Gross.
I don't feel great about it.
Coleman or Burkhead? Nobody wants this one. I'll start. I'm going to go with Coleman.
In the full PPR, I'll go Burkhead.
I don't know. I think my problem, the Texans' run game is so bad, but I just think that the Indianapolis Colts are going to kick them in the teeth, and then it's just going to be like 5 or 6 dump-offs to Burkhead, and he's going to get you a handful of PPR points. And then Coleman, I just don't know. Philly game could be ugly. Yeah, I'm going to go Burkhead. Let's have some fun. Fuck it.
Sanders, McLaurin, Pittman, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex, full PPR. Jordan?
For the wide receiver, I'm going to go with Pittman. And if that's Miles Sanders,
it is.
McLaurin has Las Vegas, doesn't he?
Yep.
I'll go Pittman and Terry. But Sanders is going to have a good week. I just think Pittman and McLaurin are the better options out of those 3.
Oh, I fucking hate that Miles Sanders is gonna have a good week. I hate it. I hate it so much. I just want him just to I just know it too. I have fucking stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna go Miles Sanders and Pittman.
I'm gonna go Miles Sanders, Pittman as well. Good luck, Arthur. Noah, pick 3. Devonte Williams, Jamal Williams. There it is. James Robinson, Sony Michel, Miles Sanders.
This is I'm jealous of Noah because this is, I feel like, the opposite problem that everyone else has this time of the year. I have a league I'm starting Boston Scott and Nyheim Hines in. How do you have this running back plethora to just choose from?
The waiver wire, man, too. Getting Jamal Williams probably off waivers, Sony Michel off waivers too.
Yeah.
Being diligent, man.
For these 3, I would go with Devonte, Sony, and Miles.
Yeah, Sony's in for me. Devonte Williams is in for me. God, I hate Miles Sanders. I honestly do, and I hate how he keeps up. I hate it so much. I really do. It's so annoying. Detroit is. This is funny because all these guys actually have decent matchups too, for the most part. I'm sitting Robinson because he's a little banged up playing the Rams. I don't think they're going to have enough game flow to give him 17 carries. Then the other one really comes down to it's Jamal Williams versus Miles Sanders. And if Minshew is more of a traditional quarterback, he might check down to his running backs a little more in the pass game. But the offense might not be as good. So do we trust that Detroit's going to give Jamal Williams all the work? Or do you think they're going to add Jefferson in or something? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think Jefferson will get in there a little bit. I mean, he has been involved. I mean, even without Swift being out, he's had games where he's had, a good amount of touches. And I don't think they've ever really used one back. So why would they just use one now? It's not like they're vying for a playoff position or anything like that. So I think at some point they're going to test out Jefferson, see what they have in him. And, this seems like the game that I personally would do it. But I mean, also if you, in the context of Jamal Williams versus Miles Sanders, I mean, you know the workload that Sanders is going to get. It's a little bit of a better matchup against the Jets. Even if Minshew isn't a traditional quarterback per se, I would say he's further closer to a more traditional quarterback than Hurts is. So you're also going to have a little bit more checkdowns from Minshew to Sanders than you would with Hurts.
Miles Sanders, Devonte Williams, Sony Michel. There you go. I mean, at this point,
I just wanted you to say it. That was it. That's all. I just need to hear you say Sanders.
I'm not kidding you, Jordan. The guy, my kryptonite in this one league is this kid who doesn't really care about fantasy. He plays, just falls into shit all the time. He won 2 titles early on in this league with us. We've been doing this for like 12 years. And now he has Miles Sanders. And his team is so bad. So bad. And I'm tied for the 6 seed with him because his team he just somehow wins, even though he's like dead last in points, but he's somehow tied for the 6 seed. And now he has Miles Sanders. I know it's happening. I already know. I'm telling you, if you have Miles Sanders, start him. It's going to go off today. Hopkins or Cooks? Which one you got?
Boy. I mean, it's tough because I've had this in a couple leagues where you've been sitting on Hopkins. He's been out. He's had the bye. You felt like you haven't played him at all this season, and you definitely haven't gotten what you drafted. And so you want to play Hopkins. You want to be able to start him. I just don't know, what the workload's going to look like. He was pretty much questionable all week until this morning. So unless I need a desperation, like if I need a 10 for 102, like that's going to be Hopkins. I don't think Cooks is going to do that this week. But in terms of just in a, if neither team had anyone playing Thursday, I don't know who I'm going, I don't need the miracle play to win. I'm going to go with Cooks.
I think it's Cooks. For me, I think Hopkins is going to probably be limited in his first game back. Playing in Chicago's supposed to be bad today weather-wise too. It's not supposed to be a nice day. So I actually lean Cooks in the nice dome game against the Colts. They're going to have to throw. The Colts are going to put up points against Houston. So I like Cooks in that one. Should I drop A.J. Brown for Michelle and start him over James Robinson? I don't know if I'm dropping A.J. Brown personally. But if you can't mess around, my opinion in this scenario, like if you can't mess around, A.J. Brown's probably not going to be back until the playoffs start. So if you're not in the playoffs, it's not going to matter if you have A.J. Brown, right? So, but I don't know if it's too much of an upgrade from Sony Michel, from James Robinson. So I don't think A.J. Brown, I'm going to drop him. I don't think I'm going to do it. Unless I need to win, I won't do this.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like there's got to be other droppable options outside of A.J. Brown in order to pick up Sony Michel. If I am in the playoff picture where I do want to keep A.J. Brown, I've already solidified my playoff position. Now I'm just playing for seeding. I would not.
Buck?
Not dropping A.J. Brown.
Boom, there you go. Keep him, Noah. Put him on your arc, buddy, and let him drift with you. Anyway, Gust, Mr. Gust. So how come you guys choose CEH over Jalen Waller or PPR? Okay.
Bob, take a breather, bud.
CEH over Jalen Waddle and PPR. Buck, why don't you take this one first?
Yeah, I'll take this one. So for me, it comes down to RT, requisite touches. I'm going to take CEH here Jalen Waddle, great receiver. I love him. I love Tua. Like, I love Tua.
If you guys didn't know, fuck love
CEH.
Huge.
CEH for me. He will get 14 touches in this game. That's the separator. That's it. Jalen Waddle could range from 4 to 8, and it's not going to get beyond that. Now, is he more effective with those? Yes. But I want 14. I want 14 plus. CEH gets that today.
Jordan?
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I
actually,
think we
for
need
me,
to
I
pose
think-
it to you, Jordan, and we need to pose it. Would you play
Yes.
CEH over Jalen Waddle?
in a full PPR, I would not. I actually would play Waddle over CEH. I know that the upside of a touchdown is probably more in favor of CEH over Waddle. But in a full PPR, I mean, I know Parker is expected to play today. I think he's actually confirmed to be playing as in, but his first game back, I mean, Waddle's had just a huge target share of this offense. But I think that I want in a full PPR, the 4 to 8 touches, I think is probably going to be more likely closer to the 8. And that's what I want in a full PPR rather than if CEH gets 14 touches, I'm going to guess that 12 of them are probably rushes.
And listen, CEH there's like 8 elite run game matchups in my metric this week. One is the Chiefs. The Chiefs also are coming off the bye. The last 3 years with Patrick Mahomes, they averaged 38 points per game out of the bye. So this team comes out of the bye with Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes and completely blows the doors off people offensively. So I want a piece of that when I can get it. The other factor here is Devonte Parker's back. And when Parker's been in the lineup, Waddle has not been as good. So with Parker back in the lineup, that could hit Waddle a little bit. Plus, Mike Glennon's playing for the Giants today, folks. And this game could get ugly. This could be a very low-scoring game. This could be – Tua might not need to drop back and throw 35 times, 40 times to get this W. So I just think that Waddle – I think CEH in a game where I know the Chiefs are probably going to put up points out of the bye, I'd rather take that upside over Waddle with Devonte Parker. All right. Bateman or Bourne? Which one you got, Jordan?
No, full PPR. I'll go Bourne.
This one's tough. It hits me. You know, you got Bills, Pats. I'm going to go Bourne as well. They line Bourne up everywhere, right?
Myers plays mostly in the slot.
Bourne does?
No, Myers.
All right, then yeah, Bourne. We don't have Trey White anymore. He's dead.
And even
Hang
with the
gliding
weather
accident.
situation, you think that Bourne is a better play?
Like, regardless of the situation? Yeah.
No, I meant like if it – okay. Well, I'm saying if knowing that it's going to potentially be like 20 degrees, snowing, high winds in that game, you're still going to take Bourne over Bateman.
The only highlights I've seen of Kendrick Bourne lately have been slant routes that have gone about 4 to 5 yards. Yeah. The wind can affect a ball 4 to 5 yards.
Didn't you have that like deep touchdown on the sideline like last week or 2 weeks ago?
He might have.
Highlight?
No, I
Hey,
didn't
Jordan,
see it.
shut up, all right? They're only 4 to 5 yards slant
No,
routes,
I
man.
want to be challenged. I know. I'm just trying to dog him a little bit to make myself feel better. That's what I do. If y'all for the last 6 years have not found this out.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to go Bateman. I think with Joe Hayden out, at least there's some optimism there on the outside. Official Savage. I had Robinson, Gibson, Montgomery, Mixon. Traded Gibson and Montgomery for Cup. Love that. They needed RB. I need a wide receiver. I have Debo and Cup now. You guys' thoughts? Anybody have a yay or nay on this one? Montgomery and Gibson for Cup.
I'm pretty happy about that.
I'm very happy about it.
Yeah.
Like it too. I'm in. Van Jefferson or Mike Williams from 5510.
Mike
Buck?
Williams.
Go ahead.
Mike Williams.
Van Jefferson.
Van is creeping in now, huh?
It's creeping. It's creeping. I'm going to go Mike Williams in that one. Harris, Matt Breida, Devin Singletary, non-PPR, Jordan.
Non-PPR. Oh God. Breida. I mean, I wouldn't enjoy starting either of these, but I think Breida's probably got the higher chance at scoring a touchdown, and so I'll roll the dice with Breida.
Breida for me too. Ted Nugent, 81. Buck, you built a killer lineup there, except for those purple devil wideouts. Do you have any apologies for Jefferson and Thielen stack and DK today?
No, not at all. I feel great.
Unapologetic in his love for those Vikings receivers today, folks. Shade 721, standard scoring, need 2 wide receivers. Higgins, Judy, Elijah Moore. Buck, let's drop it to you, bud.
Higgins, Judy.
Judy Moore.
Judy Higgins for me as well. I need to see Moore do it with Zach Wilson. All right, Trey S. Morning, gents. Burrow or Wilson? Jordan, to you, bud.
Burrow. I mean, Wilson's just looked terrible. I'm assuming it's Russ. If it's Zach, him too. They both are brutal. If you want to be a good quarterback, apparently you got to be Russ Wilson, except for this year, and not Zach Wilson. So I'll go Burrow. So
that's how I would have summarized it as well there, Jordan.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of had higher hopes for Zach Wilson. Like I thought there was a chance, but see, like my dog doesn't even like Zach Wilson. All right, I'm sorry. I'll stop talking about it.
What's your dog's name, Jordan?
Lucas.
Like Lucas Moura of Tottenham Hotspur?
I mean, this is
yes. Just say yes. Exactly like that.
Yeah,
because he scored a banger today, boys.
I won't tell you where he got his name from, and we'll go with that.
You keep secrets from me, okay? We're good. I'm gonna go with Russ Wilson here. I'm fading Burrow this week.
Yeah, they're down 2 starting offensive linemen in this game. That's not great. But I'm gonna go Burrow versus Wilson. I want to see Wilson do it for a whole quarter. We got a kicker question here. Mini Jordan 718. Choose a kicker. Matt Gay, Prater, Youngway, Koo, Sanders, Hopkins, and Badgley.
This is all you, Bob. It's all you, Bob.
I think you just stick with Matt Gay in this one. I think those other options, I'm going to stick with the stud kicker in Matt Gay there.
Yeah, I mean, he played for the Bucs. He stunk.
Thank you, Darius. Casey, Devonte Williams or Josh Jacobs, Buck?
Devonte. I want a little sizzle. Well. I want a little sizzle on my steak. You know, medium rare. Maybe even a medium rare plus. But I ain't going for a medium. Medium
plus on
steak
the medium
is Josh
plus
Jacobs.
On the rare.
Plus on the rare.
Okay.
Yeah, but I ain't doing that. Josh Jacobs is medium all the way through. It's just meat, like gray meat.
Yep. That's a fact, which is just, I like it. So who do we got? Javonte, everybody? Across the board?
Question.
I think it's Javonte. Sure, buddy.
Listener question here. Preferred steak cut. Let's go round table here. Jordan, you're up first. What is your preferred steak cut?
Filet.
You like the filet?
Of course.
New York strip.
Oh.
I'm a New York strip guy too, Bob.
Whoa, really?
I love the strip. And folks are going to dog us because they're like, oh, ribeye, the marbling. No. Give me the strip. When the strip is done right.
Yeah.
I will say, there's a few different cuts. Like at a fancy ass steakhouse that they just throw at you and you have no idea what it is. The Chateaubriand. You guys ever had a Chateaubriand?
No.
Can't say I have.
It's a great cut, but it's only at the real ritzy places that I go with my clients and I don't have to pay for it. Sometimes I get the Chateaubriand and it's great. But I still, if I could just be like, give me a strip. Now, we asked the cut. What's the cook, Jordan?
I'm with you on a. So what I order is I order a medium rare because if you overcook it, I'm okay. Like I can still eat it. But if you undercook it, I'm also good with it. But if I order rare and you undercook it, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
And if I order medium and you overcook it, I'm eating a hockey puck. So I'm not going. So I think the medium rare is the place where, unless you know they're going to get it perfect, if you know they're going to get the cook perfect, I'll flirt with a rare. But if I'm not confident that they're going to nail it, I'll order the medium rare to give myself a little bit of that wiggle room.
Oh, I agree. I'm a medium rare guy, and I'll take whatever you give me. I'm not like a Karen in a restaurant. You know, my mom's name is Karen, by the way. So, Ma, that wasn't directed towards you. But I'm not going to sit there and send a steak back if I order medium rare. It's a little on the undercooked side. I'll still eat it, but it's still very good. Yeah, Chateaubriand. Very good. Try it next time, Jordan. PPR flex, David Montgomery or CEH? I'm going to go with CEH here.
I'm going to go CEH as well. I mean, David Montgomery has a great rest of season, but just not this week. So I'll go CEH.
And then we got Christian here for the last question that we got in here. Galladay or Devonte Parker? I'm going to go Parker. I despise Kenny Galladay.
I'm going to go Parker as well. I have sadly had drafted Galladay in a couple leagues, and every time you're like, oh no, this is the week I can play him. This is the week he comes back to that 7-100 game that he had what feels like years ago, and you end up getting the 2 for 20, and that's it. So I'm going to go Parker. I know it's his first game back, and I know that this game could get out of hand early, and it could be a lot of Gaskin or a lot of Waddle or Gaseki. Like, I get there's a lot of pieces of that offense, but at least he's a piece of the offense, and Galladay just seems to just not, be involved at all. He just has never been consistent. So,
are we banking on the big Parker game that we've seen every year of his career? Is that what we're doing?
In this start-sit question, I'm not. Like, he could go 3 for 30, and I think we'll have a better day than Galladay. But in terms of, do I think that Parker could have that type of game that you mentioned? Yeah, I could see it, especially against the Giants. Like, he doesn't have a tough matchup for sure.
All right, we got JT. Appreciate the love and the support here. Half point PPR. Devonte Williams or Sony Michel? I'm going to go Michel here.
I will.
This is going to tickle your
Sony.
heartstrings here.
I'll go Sony as well.
Wow. This is a man who knows what he's doing here. We got Galladay or that. Back from therapy. He's hiding from the nurse. Need the best kicker this week. McPherson, McManus, or Koo. I will tell you this. In Bob's stead. All right, I'm not Bob, but I've listened to his words. They're in my brain. He's going to go McPherson here. He's going McPherson. There's no doubt about it. Tim, get that McPherson action going. University of Florida alum. Go Gators. Let's go. 6-6, going to a bowl. It's all good. Buck, how do you spell that fancy steak cut? It's the Chateaubriand. So that would be CHATEAUBRINA. No. BRIAND. Chateaubriand. Chateaubriand. Get yourself a Chateaubriand, Jordan. I don't need you laughing and coughing over there. All right. We got Jonathan here. How you doing, Jonathan? What a name, by the way. Jonathan Whitaker.
That's a great name.
How many Emmys / Oscars have you been nominated for? That's what I need to know with a name like Jonathan Whitaker. Tyler Henneke, Mac Jones, Teddy B. This is just a dumpster mess. Gardner Minshew or Jimmy G. I'm going Heineke.
I'm going Heineke as well.
Good luck, Jonathan. And honestly, good luck at the upcoming Golden Globes. I think you should do just fine. JT, full PPR, Deontay Johnson, DK, or Mike Williams?
Deontay
for me. I mean, Deontay, he's just a hog. The guy just hogs up all the attention there in Pittsburgh, and I love it. We got Fat Tony, Montgomery or Sony? Good question.
Yeah, I'll go Sony. I mean, even if Henderson plays, there's been talk of Sony being more involved. I think they'll be more cautious with Henderson, even if he does play, where it'll be a little bit more of a split. The game could get out of hand so quickly that they don't need Henderson and they rely more on Sony. And I mean, it could be like 21-3 by the second quarter. And so Sony could have a good workload or essentially have the backfield to himself in the second half, even if Henderson does play. So I'll take Sony over David Montgomery.
Yep, I'm going to go Sony here as well. PPR, Devonte Williams or David Montgomery? I'm going to go with Devonte Williams.
I'm going Devonte as well.
He's got that wiggle. I love that guy. Mike Ortiz. Yo, my peeps. What's going on, my friend? He's back, Bobby, even though Bob ain't here. Sorry, Mike. Javonte or Hollywood Brown? Full PPR. I'm going Javonte. I'm going to ride this train until the finish. You're going Javonte?
I am.
Good. We're out of questions here, Jordan.
Well, that's perfect timing. My laptop, I just got the notification that I'm running low on battery power, so I'm going to have to go grab a charger for more questions start rolling in. But
all right, we got one here. Mitch,
there you go.
What are we doing with James Robinson? Would you move Cordarrelle out of wide receiver running back to play Elijah Moore or Kenny G instead of Robinson?
So we can move. So Robinson's in the running back, and Cordell. It sounds like Cordell Patterson's in a wide receiver slot. Do we want to move
him
Patterson
up to the running back?
To the running back instead of Robinson, and then play Moore or Kenny G? For me, no. I'd rather play Robinson over both Moore and Kenny G, which is essentially what this question comes down to, right?
Yep. I would stick with James Robinson and Cordarrelle Patterson. Sanders or CEH in a PPR? Heartstrings pulled at with young Jordan.
Yeah, even if I weren't an Eagles fan, I mean, maybe I'd have a different viewpoint. But I'm definitely going Sanders with this one.
I'm going to go Sanders here as well. Bobby said to come back today. Thought he grew a beard overnight. No, it's unfortunate, Mike. He'll be back. I see him. He's in the saddle. He's got to get on that horse. There we go. Bob, you got your guy Mike Ortiz. He wants your opinion. Javonte or Hollywood Brown?
Javonte. I think that's easy.
Yeah,
I like
went with Javonte as well.
Yeah, I like that one.
All right, we got Nomadic. PPR, Brandon Cooks or Darnell Mooney? It's going to rain.
Brandon Cooks for me.
Brandon Cooks.
I actually got to bail, so I'm out. Sorry, guys. I unfortunately need to go do something for the lady, but I will. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, thanks. Thank God he didn't leave me here solo. I would have lost my mind. Can you imagine me on a solo pod for 20 minutes?
I gotta be honest with you, Buck. If there's any one of us that could hold a solo pod on a Sunday live show, you'd be my 101 in a draft of which one of us would be best at that.
Yeah, but would it just be the worst show ever, or would it be funny? I don't know. I can only laugh at my own jokes so much.
That's a fair point.
I think I would drown. I'm almost crying right now because I thought I was about to be solo. All right, Hurts is out. Needs to fill with Heineke, Dalton, or Wilson. It's Heineke. Trust in the Tyler. Trust in the Heineken. I hate the beer, but I love the player. Jordan?
Yeah, it's the same for me. I mean, I essentially had this same decision. I had so much Hurts exposure across my fantasy teams. And so when he went down, some leagues I had to fill with Minshew. But in the leagues where Heineke was available, he pretty much was my go-to of those waiver wire type quarterbacks that were still available in most leagues. So I'm going Heineke, definitely over Dalton and Wilson.
Fair point. Mike, Freiermuth or Godare with Minshew under center? I'm going with Patty Freiermuth.
I am as well.
Thanks, Bob. Djax or Foster, Bananas, Moreau?
Yeah, this one's interesting for me. I mean, with Waller out, that we've seen Foster Moreau take over. I mean, there's one other game I think this year that Waller was out, and Moreau had a great fantasy day. I think he found the end zone in that game, if I'm remembering correctly. But Djax obviously is in that same offense and has the deep ball threat we saw on Thanksgiving. The type of upside that Deshaun Jackson could have on any week. I think if you need a big game, I'm going to go Djax, but for a floor, I think Foster Moreau. This offense is just designed to go to Waller, and you're not going to change the offense in 1 week just because Waller's out. So I lean Moreau in most situations.
That was a great explanation of what my brain was thinking. If you want to aim for the stars, if you want to get Interstellar, Matt McConaughey, what up, player? If you want to go for it, then you go for Djax. But if you need 10 points, I'm going Foster, Bananas, Moreau. Bananas, Foster, Moreau. I can't even – the words are gone. But I'm going Bananas, Foster. Pick one, PPR, Devonta Freeman, Boston. That's Scott, I imagine. Is David Boston still playing?
I don't think so.
Do you remember David Boston?
Nope.
I thought we were the same age. Wait a second.
I think it's 2 years. I think it's a 2-year difference.
You're younger?
I don't know.
I think so. How old are you, dude? Say it.
26.
No, it's like a fucking 8-year difference. I'm 34. No wonder you don't know who David Boston is.
I'm Googling right now, Buck. I'm Googling right now. Yeah, let's see.
The whole youth was spent on David Boston and the hope and the promise and the first-round draft pick to the Arizona Cardinals. And it never sufficed in anything. We had nothing. David Boston gave nothing back.
So
but he was a beast.
He last played in the NFL in 2007, but his last, active year in any professional setting, he played in the CFL in 2008.
It's a good what team?
Was
it the Hamilton Tiger Cats?
Argonauts. Toronto
he's an Argonaut.
Yeah.
I figured. I wish he was a Hamilton Tiger Cat. That's my team in the CFL. Anyways, so Boston Scott, Kenny Gainwell, Sony Michel. Go Buck Army. You got it, bud.
For me, it's Sony out of those four.
I'm going to go Devonta Freeman. Don't sleep on the fact he's had 16 plus touches in the last 3 games. They are targeting him. I feel good about it. I don't feel great about it. Michelle is a great option here, but it's McVay. McVay kills me. Is he going to lean on Michelle? I don't know. I just don't know. And that's really the problem is McVay. Jordan, I'm just going to go on a little diatribe here. So you got the first 6 weeks of the season. He just focuses on hammering the run game and establishing it, and it just goes well, and things are great. And then you get weeks 6 through 14 where he starts to get away from it, and they start throwing the football all over the yard. There's no play action, and it's a freaking mess. I don't know, man. Is it going to be a 20-plus carry game for Michelle? I could see it, but I'm going Freeman because it's there, and they run the ball. I want them to run the ball. All right, diatribe over. Sorry about that, everybody. Reflex. Already have Fournette and Gronk. Would you start Mike Evans over Deontay? No. Deontay's in. If you have Deontay, you have a nice little, like a heated blanket. It's cold now. What's the temps right now where you're at, Jordan?
Jeez, you're testing me here, Buck. 48. 48. Just
48.
Yeah.
Heated blanket. Deontay's the heated blanket. Mike Evans is like a fleeting glimpse of the old raggedy blanket your grandma gave you when you were 12. You know, that's all that he is, and he's great. And it can come through in the clutch. But when it was cold outside, I want to feel warm. I'm going with Deontay. Great analysis, by the way, Jordan. I might not get questions answered, but it'd be fun as hell. Trust me, if y'all let me rip on this for hours on end, I would, because I love you. Like all of you that are listening, I truly do. It is a lot of people would look at this as like, oh, it's a job, it sucks, blah, blah, blah. No, it's fun. I like you guys. Everybody that listens to this show and girls, everybody listens. I truly could not be more grateful for all the joy you bring me in my life. I live for this Sunday live show. That's why I'm the only one that's trucking through all 3 hours. That's what I do. It's what I do every week. And I don't do it for me, but I do because I love it so much. And it just brings me solace in my heart. What is this, Ted? Ohio State? What? We don't care about Ohio State here. Florida, 6-6, bud. All right, Lucius, Ayuk or J-Rob? Let's start there. Ayuk or J-Rob? I'm going to go with Ayuk. I think Ayuk does the deal today.
I am as well. I mean, I think him and Debo are pretty closely interchangeable skill sets, and so with Debo out, I'm pretty excited to see what Ayuk's got as the lead receiver.
I'm going Ayuk there. Everett or Mike Gaseki? Pretty tricky question here. I'm going to lean Gaseki.
I'm going to leave in Everett.
Ooh. Why?
Well, Parker back for the Dolphins, right? And we've just talked about how many options there are in that Dolphins offense. I mean, Gaskin is as much of a up and down season he's had. It's going to be just a tough game for the Giants, I think, in terms of with Mike Lennon under center. And, you know, the Giants defense, Bob's not here, but is not great. Although they did just beat the Eagles, which is just embarrassing. But I think with all the options that you have in the Miami offense, with Devonte Parker back, the potential for this game to get ugly quick and not need Tua to pass, Everett's been more involved, especially around the red zone for that Seattle Seahawks offense. So I'll lean Everett. Hope he finds the end zone and instead of Gaseki here.
All right, we got Renfro or Hollywood, full point PPR. I'm going to go Renfro.
It's Renfro.
I love Renfro this week.
I do as well.
Just look at what they do on offense. It's Renfro. Bars in the tuck. Good to see you back, pal. Pick 2, full PPR. T. Higgins, Odell, Bateman. We'll start there.
Pick 2, Higgins and Odell.
Higgins and Odell for me. I mean, I need to go. What do you do to vanquish your sins? Like, do I need to go confess after starting Odell Beckham?
Yeah, you could go to confession. I feel like there's got to be a long line on a Sunday morning.
I'm not Catholic, so I don't.
I was raised Catholic. I can't tell you the last time I actually went to church, but it was probably a Christmas or Easter a couple years before college. But it's got to be it's got
before college.
Yeah, but once I got to college, I stopped going. I mean, you can't wake. You got 8 a.m. mass on a Sunday morning. I'm not. After a Saturday night, I'm not getting up for that. So yeah, I haven't been in a while, but I would imagine that the line for a Sunday confessional following a Saturday night has to be longer than average.
I would agree. And so, obviously, I would take up so much of the priest time. Like it would be an outpouring of all my egregious natures.
I would too. I mean, I told you I haven't gone since before college. I could be like, all right, let's go back into 2008. We can start there. We'll work our way up to present day.
Yeah, that's going to take a while. I went with T. Higgins and Odell here. And then pick one, CEH or Harris. I'm going to go CEH here. I ain't messing with the Bills. I ain't messing with them. Michelle or CEH?
Oh,
I'm going to go Michelle.
I'll go CEH.
Damn. I was hoping we were like just vibing right there for a minute, but we're not. All right, Mike Ortiz, choose one. Madison, Gibson, Javonte. Nice question. I'm going to go Gibson. Best matchup of the bunch.
Oh, I'm going to go Madison. Against Detroit?
I don't love it.
Really?
Here's my thing with Madison. He's had this chance before, and he did it one time.
That's right.
Jordan.
This year.
He did it one time.
This year.
But I haven't seen it. Gibson, he can do it multiple times.
That's fair.
He's got reload power, you know? Multiple times in a day. That's all we need.
He's got a solar charger. That's the thing. Gibson's got a solar charger.
Listen, I have my little light. If y'all don't know, like look behind the curtain real quick. I actually have like a podcast light. Like I look like an Instagram thought right now. And I always do when I do these things. I can just hold this shit right up to the light, charging all day. Look at it. It's loving it. It is loving being an Instagram thought right now. Wentz or Murray in a windy, rainy game?
I mean, it's Murray's first game back, and like the talent level for Murray is way higher than Wentz. But I mean, Wentz has such a great matchup. Not that Murray doesn't, but oh my God, no, I'm going Murray.
Going Murray. If Murray is in the question, I go Murray every single time.
Over Josh
Claypool.
Allen?
What did you just say?
I said over Josh Allen?
No. So I'm a liar. I'm a thief. I'm a thief. Let's get to this, and then we have a super chat here. Claypool or Judy? Judy.
Yeah, I go Judy as well.
Johnny Vickers, half-point PPR. Kendrick Bourne, Cortland Sutton, Kenny Golladay, or AJ Green. Love the show. Love you, bud. Love you. All right. Bourne, Sutton, Golladay, Green. Half point.
Yeah.
It's Sutton, right?
I was between Sutton and Green, to be honest with you. I mean, Sutton has the matchup, right? Like Kansas City Chiefs, it should be passing a lot. Denver's going to be down, should have to keep up with Pat Mahomes. Bourne has Buffalo, potential bad weather. Like that's not a matchup you want to start. Golladay has been, like I mentioned, terrible this entire year, except for one weird game.
He's awful.
And now has Glennon under center. I don't know if that's really a downgrade. You can't really go down from 2 for 20 or 1 for 12, but it's not an upgrade. I'll tell you that.
It's not an upgrade.
But who does get an upgrade is AJ Green now with Kyler Murray coming back. So it's Sutton or AJ Green for me. If it helps John Vickers, if it helps you narrow it down to 2 and flip a coin, I'd go between Sutton and Green, but I think I lean Green slightly.
That's fair. I mean, I was in between the same two.
Yeah.
For me, Cortland just gets a little bit more of that upside. They haven't flexed. Like, what's weird is you look at this year, Green has been steady where he is, but Sutton has had those highs. So I think I might be chasing those highs where he's just catching 7 for 130 and a tutty. I'm still chasing. I always chase rainbows.
Typically with those highs, though, with Sutton, they've usually come, obviously, when Judy's been out.
I'm pretty high on him. Oh, Ted, David Boston was Ohio State when he meant it. Mike, love you too, Bucky. Hey, seriously, love you guys. You guys are the best. All right, Eden. Start Knox or Logan Thomas. He's got the Pats defense. Start Logan Thomas. Don't go against yourself.
Yeah, especially if you need the win for the playoff spot. I mean, your Knox versus Pats defense is not going
counterintuitive.
Exactly. It's not going to get you. You're going to be adding points as you're taking them away from yourself. And so, at least with Logan Thomas, you have the upside of Pat's defense has a decent day and Dawson Knox doesn't do much. The correlation of points of you having a good day and winning your fantasy matchup is a little bit. It's more boom bust with the Logan Thomas and Pat's defense combo to get you that playoff spot.
Yep, I'm going Logan there. Pick one, Buck Army. I got you, Tim. Claypool, Cooks, Elijah Moore. I'm going to go Cooks. I'm going to cook in the kitchen here. I made some jerk pork last night, some peppers, some onions, a little bit of yellow rice. Delicious little jus from the peppers and onions. I let me tell you something, Jordan. I'll blow your mind in the kitchen. Anybody. Bring it in. I need a top chef is what I need. I need to be on Top Chef.
Buck,
because if you give me 8 ingredients, if you give me 8 ingredients, 8 is my max. I start to freak out after that. I can't do more than 8. But if you give me 8 ingredients, I'll make the best goddamn meal you ever had. It surprises you that I cook?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Really?
No, actually, it doesn't surprise me that you cook. It surprises me how much you enjoy cooking, it sounds like. Like, I think
I put on tunes and I just vibe out.
That's not what I pictured at all. If anything, I pictured you getting into the kitchen and prepping you got your meal prep, you're dicing all your vegetables, you're seasoning your meats. Takes you about 15 minutes. You got 20 to 30 to cook your meal, and that entire time you're just not enjoying yourself. You just want to get to the end. I think the way that you talk about food, I thought you enjoyed the eating more than the cooking. I'm starting to second guess myself now.
It's a process.
Yeah.
I love the process. I'm like Bill Belichick. Okay, Lewis, Hollywood or Chase? I'm going Chase here.
Chase as well.
Tim, Cardinals or Eagles D? Thanks again. I'm going Cardinals.
I'm going Eagles.
Not surprised. Fat Tony, sorry, bro. Missed your answer. Indy or Bucks D? We went Bucks D here.
Oh, interesting. I go Indy.
You don't trust the Bucks today, huh?
I mean, I trust the Bucks. Who I don't trust is Houston and the Texans.
They're frisky though. They're like a dog that was abandoned, and now they're just like they're gnawing at ankles, man.
You know what's the problem with abandoned dogs? They typically have fleas, and
I hope not.
I think there's you have that abandoned dog gnaws at your heels and your ankles, but I think Indy's the one person that doesn't let the abandoned dog do that. They're the one that's pretty stern with that abandoned dog, doesn't let them get away with anything, even though they were abandoned. It's gonna be like 40. It's gonna be like 41-3.
It's a good point. Lennox, pick 2. Michelle, Monty, Robinson, or Daryl Williams? I'm going Michelle and Monty.
I am as well.
Coys, great win today, 3-0. God damn, that was good to see. Jerry, I love you, man. All right, Dannon, Terry or Renfro? Gonna go Terry here.
I am as well.
Upside. Going upside. Needing some juice at QB. Cousins or Murray? It's always Murray.
It is. Especially if you need juice, it's Murray.
Yeah, I feel like if you just need some water, go with Kirk Cousins.
Oh my God. If you need water, Cousins is he's the most water quarterback, I gotta imagine.
He's basically like smart water. You just grab and go. It's easy. You know what you're getting. But if you want to get some juice, Murray. Every single time. Eden, Lockett or Josh Jacobs? I'm actually going to go with Josh Jacobs here. I know you've been critical of him in the past, Jordan. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to call it out. I got the receipts. I'm going Jacobs.
I'll go Lockett.
All right. That'll wrap us up, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. Honestly, I love all the interaction we have with you, all the support. Make sure to contribute. Make sure to contribute. We got the super chat going on. We'll be back next week. It's week 14, which is very rare. Most folks aren't there, but you will be there because we extended the NFL season. So come and join us. We're going to have a good time. And then playoff time, that's when it gets hot and heavy, folks. Thank you all so much for the love, the support, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.